Meow.
Meow.
Meow. Meow. Meow. Meow. Meow. Meow. Meow.
Meow.
Meow. Meow.
Meow.
Meow. Meow.
Meow.
Meow.
Meow.
Meow.
Meow.
Meow.
Meow.
Meow.
Meow. Meow.
Meow.
Meow.
Meow.
Meow.
Meow.
Meow. Meow.
Meow.
Meow.
Meow.
Meow.
Meow. Meow. Meow.
Meow.
Meow.
Meow.
Meow.
Meow. Meow.
They deserve to be spit on.
ICE agents deserve to be spit on.
Absolutely. This design was created by my daughter.
How would you feel if she was spitting on ICE agents?
I would probably pat her on the back. I hate to say it, but they're basically Proud Boys, which are illegal in any sense of the word.
You told me no one is illegal, so no
They're
one
not
is illegal.
They're just nasty.
You look like Jeffrey Epstein.
Lucky him.
Trump has been in office for officially 1 full year. In his second term, we are here at the St. Petersburg Farmers Market to just ask people what grade would they give him. You know how these videos go, so let's just get into it. Filming a video today asking people to rate President Trump's first year in office.
Okay, beautiful. No, we're doing 0 out of 10.
0 out of 10.
Yeah, I would say we should get pedophiles out of the office. We should get racists out of the office. And just personally, I think anyone who voted for Trump should be seriously thinking through that decision at this point. And yeah, 0 out of 10. 0
Well,
out of
if
10.
anybody's watching that did vote for Trump and they should be thinking about their choices, what some reflections would you like them to take home?
For sure. I would say my biggest reflections would be just the hard evidence we've been kind of presented with the last week. I think anyone who wants to say that the Epstein files are a conspiracy shows that they maybe, this AI thing. Everyone's saying that, oh, these are AI. I feel like maybe AI was introduced so we would think it's AI. And I think that anyone who wants to look past it and try to make it this conspiracy isn't seeing the cold hard facts that are in front of them that were released by the government.
What are the cold hard facts?
The cold hard facts I would say is that Epstein was a pedophile and he sex trafficked many, many kids.
Meow.
Yeah.
But he was best friends with Trump. He has stated word for word that he does not think Trump is a good person. And Trump wants to deny these things and say we should just move on from it. And I think anyone who says we should move on from the Epstein files is probably a part of it. And I just don't think that an issue this big should be something that should be slept on. So I encourage people to do their own research. Absolutely. Come to your own opinions.
Right.
Come to your own opinions.
Yeah.
But do your research. Look at the files. Don't just pass them off for conspiracy. And look at what's happening in these states, Minnesota, with all of these ICE being detained and all of the absolute monstrosities that are occurring to citizens nowadays.
Okay. So back about the Epstein files, my question was, what is your absolute proof? What is your proof that Trump is a pedophile or that he was engaged in the things Epstein was doing?
So are you for the Epstein files? Against are you?
I'm for their release, but
Right.
I'm just asking you because you said Trump supporters should take home some things to reflect on, and one of them was
Right.
about the Epstein files. What is your absolute proof that you can point to a Trump supporter and say, look, right here, he is a pedophile. He was engaged in exactly what
Okay,
Epstein
sure.
was doing.
My absolute proof would be that we have these files where we see Epstein's house. We see the kinds of things that are on his desk. They're pictures of victims. We know that because of the blacked out faces on all of these pictures. So we know these are pictures of victims on his desk in his house. We know that.
So not proof that Epstein is a trash bucket, but proof that Trump engaged in sexual activity.
I'm getting there.
Okay.
I think that there are pictures of Trump holding children that pretty much reflect the same kind of pictures of Epstein holding children that were innocent pictures until these files got released. So I think
So correlate the two.
okay, bye.
I'm just asking you because I voted for Trump.
Good for you, bitch.
What a vulgar thing to say. Your impulse control is at a 0.
Test. Why is it doing that? Thank you for letting me know that it wasn't working. That's kind of weird. Hello, everyone. Huh. I don't know why it reverts to different things. Maybe it did that yesterday. Very bizarre, but thank you for letting me know.
You know what? Let's rate liberals' impulse control today for being so violent. She just ran into someone because she couldn't even handle herself to cuss down the farmer's market. We should do a whole polling station. Are you a liberal? What's your impulse control to not react in such a violent and vulgar way? We're also asking people to grade President Trump's first year back in office. We just had the anniversary. He's been in office for 1 year. I can't believe it.
0 out of 10.
0 out of 10.
Yeah. Why 0?
We're from Minneapolis. We're here visiting, so
Oh.
we're feeling the
All right, guys,
burn.
I'm going to mute my mic.
You're here visiting. Why aren't you back fighting for your comrades?
Well, we booked this trip a long time with
Yeah,
my parents
before you-
live
yeah.
here, but we
Okay.
yeah.
All right, are you part of like Ice Watch and the Signal Chats thing? Are you out there doing the work?
No.
Not necessarily. We've gone to protests, but we're not out doing the whistles and all that stuff. There's a ton of people in Minneapolis, so I feel like on the news it's showing more people. Like, lots of people just have to keep going to work and stuff.
Well, I'm going to give you the opportunity. To this camera, if there's anybody watching who is fighting law enforcement, trying to de-arrest illegal aliens who are being picked up, trying to impede law enforcement's job and ICE agents' lawful orders to go out and capture these criminal aliens, would you just do a warning like, hey, maybe actually as a citizen of Minnesota, Minneapolis, I actually don't want these people in my city, so let them do their job.
I disagree with that.
Okay.
So I'm not going to comment on that. I think they're being quite violent, and it's disappointing to see.
Yeah. Do you know about the people who are being arrested and deported out of Minneapolis?
Yeah, I'm done talking to you.
Have you seen their mugshots? Rapists, pedophiles, fraudsters. Those are the people.
That's what Trump is. He's a rapist.
Who did he rape?
Well, he's in the Epstein files. Come on.
Where's the proof?
You can see later.
Give me the proof. So that is these people live in Minneapolis where they are going in and they are saving the city from disgusting criminal aliens, rapists, fraudsters, murderers, child sex offenders. And she's like, no. They need to, the ICE agents need to leave. We love criminal aliens here in Minneapolis. It's disgusting. Completely uninformed, has no idea what's going on, and all she's doing is advocating for hurting her own community, which is just weird. It is very incredible that some people brought up the same exact talking points as if they were reading their news from the same sources. I go to ground.news/liberty and I get a 40% off code for subscription to actually read and digest news from all across the aisle, the left, the right, and the center. And with that subscription that I get, you'll see a QR code up on the screen right now. You can go there and see all the tools that I actually use to come out here and know what the left is thinking, what my own side is thinking. I genuinely think that broadly the people I talk to all the time would actually benefit from going to ground.news/liberty and taking part in this amazing app that can tell them all kinds of information from all across the aisle, and we could all be better informed about what news we are actually digesting and reading, and we would know the bias and the spin that they're putting on it. You can go to ground.news/liberty with the QR code on the screen right now to get 40% off and take advantage of this amazing app that can help you learn exactly what you're reading.
There's a guy that was creeping behind you. He kind of looks like Jeffrey Epstein. So
In the
maybe-
hat?
Right here with the glasses on.
Oh.
Go ahead.
I think he's a fan. I can't do it to him. I can't do it to him.
My question is, I didn't really catch what you were saying. Were you talking in favor of what's going on in Minnesota or against it?
I am in favor of ICE being there and
You are.
carrying out their mission, yeah.
Okay, I would be too, if they were doing it legally.
Yeah. What's illegal about what they're doing?
They're arresting American citizens, and they're breaking into people's houses without a warrant.
Okay.
That's against the Constitution. Okay?
What part of the Constitution?
Let's see, Article 4 of something. But I know it is. I don't know what it is off the top of my head, but I know what they're doing is blatant intimidation, and it's retribution against Governor Walz, who's doing a great job.
A great
in
job. You think he's doing a great... Well, first, I'm going to correct your claims. Congress passed a law where
did?
Well,
They
I let
they
you...
passed anything?
I let you talk, and so I'd appreciate it if you let me talk and respond to
Go
you.
ahead.
So they passed a law when they created the ATF, which created ICE and all this other stuff, and HSI and stuff like that. It's under Title 8. Under Title 8, it lays out in several subsections all of the things ICE is allowed to do.
Which is not very much.
No, it
are
lays it
not
out
law
very clear.
enforcement.
Yes, they are.
No, they're not. They're not.
Yes, they are.
They can't pull somebody over for a taillight.
So,
Okay.
So they are allowed, if that person is, they have an inkling or suspicion that they're illegal, they are allowed to do that. Actually, Trump, Governor Walz, and Jacob Fry, the mayor, all agreed that ICE agents are federal law enforcement officers and they have every right to do what they're doing.
Limited scope.
Yeah, so they're
They
not
have
local
limited
police.
scope.
But you say that they're arresting American citizens, and that's illegal. It is
are.
not illegal to arrest an American citizen, especially a law enforcement officer. How is it illegal to do that?
Under their purvey,
Yes.
it is because what their purpose is there is to find quote unquote illegal aliens
Why did you say quote unquote?
because nobody's illegal.
Okay. What does illegal mean?
There's not a human being on the planet that is illegal.
What does illegal mean?
It means that they have somehow their
No, what is the definition of illegal?
Because somebody says they shouldn't.
What is the definition of illegal?
They've done something wrong.
What is the definition of illegal?
You know what the penalty is for crossing the U.S. border?
Yeah, it's a misdemeanor with a fine, and you get deported.
Misdemeanor.
What happens when you cross it 2 times?
If you want to become,
What happens when you cross it 2 times in a row?
I have no
It
idea.
becomes
I've
a
never done
felony,
that before.
and that becomes a criminal offense.
Okay.
And that's where
What
they
if
put
you're
you in jail.
Sponsored by a family member, and you're here going through the process. What they used to do, which they don't do anymore, because
You haven't given me any proof for how it is illegal for ICE agents to arrest an American citizen. If an American citizen
Because they're
is impeding
American
law,
citizens.
how does that make it where they cannot be arrested?
How many have they deported? They've deported American citizens.
Who?
Who? What's his name? Kilmar Garcia.
He is not an American citizen.
Well, okay.
Where's he from? Tell me where he's from.
I have no idea.
He's not from America.
Okay.
I
but
believe he's from
here.
El Salvador.
Is he going through the process of becoming an American citizen?
He was.
He was.
And then he overstayed and did not go to court for any of his things.
Because he overstayed because our immigration system is so messed up that he couldn't become an American citizen.
Yes, he
in the
could,
time
but
allowed.
unfortunately, he decided to engage in criminal activity with gang members. So
Did he?
you're not allowed to
Did
be
he?
here for that.
I
Yes,
don't
he
think
did.
he did.
Okay, that's
don't
fine.
think
I mean, he was picked up and he was driving illegally a car that he wasn't supposed to be driving because he didn't have a right to do that. And
So
the
he got a
car,
ticket.
the car. You do not let me finish talking. The car was owned by someone convicted of human trafficking over the border. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So anyway, he's not an American citizen. You were wrong about that. Is there anyone else you can point to?
No, because
There isn't anybody. Obama had a worse rate
I'm
of
sorry,
deporting
but-
people
but
wrongfully,
ICE-
and you were complaining about that. How is ICE arresting
ICE
American citizens?
is arresting American citizens.
Why are they doing
and
that?
putting them in the deportation process when they're here legally.
Who?
I don't know.
It's not happening. So ICE
Yes,
can
it
arrest.
is. It is happening because I can't name somebody specifically.
Yes.
You're going to cancel my whole argument? I don't think so.
I just want your proof that it's happening.
Okay.
So let me ask you this:
you're
if an
gonna-
American
next you're
citizen
gonna
is
ask me to prove
protesting,
gravity?
no, because that's a theory, and we already know
That's
you
a
can't
theory.
prove that. I know what
Yeah,
theories are, but
because
that's a good one.
theories aren't true.
That's a good one. But let me tell you this: if a protester is hitting ICE officers,
They're
and
not hitting anybody.
but let me
It's
ask you this:
peaceful.
well, they are what?
They're peaceful protests.
Really?
There haven't been any protesters coming up and smacking an ICE officer in the face.
Okay.
It doesn't happen.
Do they spit on them?
Possibly.
Hi, ladies. How are you? Welcome to the farmers market.
Well, hello.
Hello. What's your favorite booth here?
We just arrived.
You've never been here before.
A long time ago. We're from
time ago.
Indiana, New Jersey.
Oh, well, welcome. Escaping the cold a little bit.
Yes, we are.
What part of New Jersey?
Northern New Jersey, Morris County.
Okay, my husband's from Bergen County. Does that ring a bell?
Right next to Bergen County.
Okay, very cool, very cool. So we're asking people today, the anniversary, I'm sorry, over. The anniversary of Trump's inauguration just came up. So we're asking people to grade him on a scale of 1 to 10 based on his first year back.
Zero. Zero.
Can I go into the minus?
Minus 10.
Minus 10. Okay, I'm going to give you all the opportunity real quick. Why do you say 0? Real quick, I'll get to all of you.
Because he's I can't say that on TV, but
We're not on TV, it's just YouTube.
just YouTube.
Uncensored.
He's an asshole.
Okay.
He's a pathological narcissist. It's all about him.
Okay.
Same.
Same thing.
All three.
He's
All
vile. He's just vile.
He's just vile.
That is
Meow.
the best word to describe him.
Okay. If we, what are some examples that lead you to believe he's vile and just an asshole?
What he just did with the Obamas, he put it on.
He's a
I'm not
bully.
sure, it was on. Yeah,
He is a
it was
bully.
on
There,
social media.
Yep.
And
What do you know about that? Tell me what you know.
well, I didn't watch the video. I simply read about it in
I
the
saw
news
it.
this morning.
Yeah.
It was comparing, making the Obamas into apes.
And you read that Trump did that.
Meow.
I actually read that a staffer did it, but you know what? I don't think it would have happened without Trump's okay.
Okay. So let me tell you what it was, and then you can maybe tell me if you think this matters. A staffer screen recorded on perhaps Facebook or some platform a video about fraud because he wanted to clip that portion and put it on Trump's Truth Social. Now the platform auto-played the next video in the queue. That was the Obama's faces on some gorillas and the Lion King. If we watch the whole Lion King clip, there were also white politicians on gorilla bodies, there were black politicians on turtles and giraffes and stuff like that. So it's a whole long, like several minute clip.
Meow.
But the
Meow,
staffer
meow,
did not
meow.
clip out that last part and uploaded it anyway. Trump didn't even see it.
Meow.
Or is there some nuance to that?
But he did respond to the fact that it had been posted.
Yes,
and
he did.
Kind of shrugged his
On his
shoulders.
airplane, he did respond. He said, "I didn't see it. You know, maybe we need to be more careful, but I wanted the video up about fraud." And
Yeah, but
See
it's
anything, and
never
he
about
doesn't
him.
know anybody
I mean,
who's bad.
yeah, but-
Yet him and Epstein were just as tight can be. But now with all this coming out, oh, I didn't know the guy that well.
well, he banned him from Mar-a-Lago before he
It
was even
doesn't matter.
convicted.
What did he do before?
What did he do?
He hung out with them.
But he also, but if he hung out with them, isn't it fair to talk about how he banned him from his properties?
He's already was bad. Only because Trump was under the spotlight
No.
of being involved. Yes, he didn't ban him until Epstein started getting charged. Look at how many people he threw under the bus.
He is one of the only ones who cooperated. All right. Yeah. Do
If
they
they get
damage
close
their
enough.
vehicles?
Maybe that's after they
Do they
spray him
do-
in the face with mace.
Okay.
Or pepper spray.
Well, I've seen
Right?
Alex Preddy actually spit on officers when they were entering the vehicle, trying to leave, and
Good for
then
him.
and good for him.
Good for him.
Yeah.
You bet.
Yeah.
100%.
Why do you think? So it's funny that you say good for him for the violence he was committed, and then he ended up dead for engaging in that
You
same
think
violence.
spitting somebody's face is violent?
Yes.
You do.
Yeah. You don't.
That's your problem. No, I don't. When ICE agents are here and they're harassing people and they're arresting American citizens and trying to deport them, they're doing wrong.
You
They're
are
doing
lying.
things against the Constitution.
We should
They
always
deserve to
tell
be
the
spit
truth.
on.
Excuse me?
They deserve to be spit on.
ICE agents deserve to be spit on.
Absolutely.
Do they deserve anything
They're
else
not
happening to
trained.
them?
They're not professional. They're basically, I hate to say it, but they're basically Proud Boys, which are illegal in any sense of the word.
You told me no one is illegal, but now Proud Boys are illegal and ICE agents are illegal?
Okay. I'll
Explain
take
that one.
I'll
So
take-
no one is
I'll take that
illegal.
back.
So no
They're
one
not
is illegal.
They're just nasty.
No, we're going to touch on that topic. That you want to come out here and you want to say
because
that the
she made
people.
a point, now she wants to hammer on
Yeah,
it.
yeah. You told me that the criminal aliens in Minnesota and all over the country, no one is illegal, even if they're raping our women, they're killing Laken Riley, they're going in droves and they're raping and murdering little girls. Jocelyn
why
Nundry,
did
you should
they-
look that
why
up.
did they
And
go
I'm not done
through-
talking. I'm not done talking. But then you want to tell me the people who are
you ever
getting
done
those
talking?
people out of the country, they are illegal. They're not. Under Title 8 of the U.S. Code, they have permission to do this. They have not deported a single American citizen. Furthermore, they are allowed to arrest American citizens if they are spitting on them, impeding their law enforcement operations. That is totally legal.
So do you believe that 70% of the people that are currently being detained by ICE have no criminal record?
I think 100% of them have a criminal record because they came over illegally, and that is a crime.
Absolutely wrong.
Okay. Well, it's a crime, sir. I'm sorry that you don't like it, but that's the
Okay,
truth.
if you were gonna,
So let me ask you this: what else does ICE deserve? If they deserve spitting on them, what else do they deserve to happen to
That's
them?
about it. Because
about
the
it.
protests happening in Minneapolis right now are very peaceful and very joyful. We just want to show ICE that we don't agree with the fact that they're deporting
Rapists.
legal citizens.
Yeah,
No,
they're not
rapists.
deporting legal
They're not
citizens, sir.
rapists.
They're not deporting legal citizens.
Yes, they are.
They are not doing that.
Okay, they're not deporting them because they get caught. They're detaining them
Yeah.
against the Constitution.
Yeah, there is
You can't
nothing in
do
the
that.
Constitution that says ICE agents, who is a legal entity of law enforcement, cannot
Very
arrest an
limited
American,
scope.
cannot arrest an American citizen.
They can't break into
yes,
people's
they,
houses either.
Yeah,
They
have
can't.
warrants for that.
No, they don't.
Okay.
They
I
don't.
think you should be put on a watch list.
Administrative
You want to sit
warrants
here
are
and say
not
that it's okay
valid.
for federal agents
They
to be
have to
spat
have a
on.
warrant that's signed by
I wonder what you
judge.
tell your friends in private what you think about ICE agents. I think you are a violent person. I think you
not
have
a violent
violent rhetoric. You think it's okay to spit on federal law enforcement officers just doing their
Last
job
time I hit
completely
anybody was in
within.
8th grade, and he deserved it.
Yeah. What was he doing? Speaking out against illegal immigrants as well?
He wanted to fight me,
Yeah.
so I beat the crap out of him. Is that illegal?
Yeah. Yes, it is.
No, it's not. Of course, not back in 1969.
All right. You look like Jeffrey Epstein.
Lucky him. Why did you say that?
You look like Jeffrey Epstein.
So, does that mean I'm a pedophile?
Oh, well, I mean, I don't have any proof for that, but let's say you are. You have no proof for any of the claims you've
Telling me
made.
I look like Jeffrey Epstein because she wants to piss me off. It's not going to happen.
I literally
Go
don't want to
ahead.
make you
Insult
upset.
me again.
Do you feel insulted by that?
Yes, I do.
I would too. To be fair, I would just, it's uncanny. The resemblance is uncanny.
Isn't that wonderful
Yeah,
that
yeah.
we can agree when we're from two
Yeah, we
sides
can
of
agree
the
that you look like
world?
Jeffrey Epstein. Yeah, I do agree with you. Well, I appreciate your
Like
time.
I said, lucky him.
Yeah, lucky him. I know, so handsome, right? So handsome.
Absolutely.
Maybe we could check what's on your hard drive there or something like that. So anyway, if you come up with any
By the
proof,
way, this design was created by my daughter. Okay? Peace out, everybody.
how would you feel if she was spitting on ICE agents?
I would probably pat her on the back. Thank you very much.
All right, Jeffrey Epstein is alive and well, and I mean, of course, he loves violence and telling little girls to go out and commit acts of violence. So very interesting. If you guys like this video, if you guys like my content, and if you want to keep up with more Jeffrey Epstein lookalikes, hit that subscribe button. And thank you to my bodyguard over here, my executive protection agent here, who kept me very safe to have this conversation with such a crazy man while crowd formed. So you go to patreon.com/Caitlin Bennett to support my work there. I really, really appreciate you guys. I love having fun coming out here and doing this, and you are the reason I get to do that. So Trump has been in office for a second term for officially a year. What grade would you give him for his first year?
What is the lowest grade possible?
You're the teacher.
Z. I'm going to give him a Z
Okay, why would you grade him that?
because he's a convicted felon. He cavorts with pedophiles. He's senile. He's a racist.
Okay.
I think those are the main things.
The main things. Let's start with number one. What were his felonies?
These were real estate related, loan related felonies. I don't remember the exact charges.
Yeah.
He falsified documents.
Falsified documents, yeah. It is related to court filings and filings with like
Related to getting
taxes and
loans,
stuff,
yeah,
right?
Yeah.
Does that bother you?
If that was the only thing he had done, I would say, maybe not so much, but if you combine it with everything else, it's,
Okay.
yeah.
And what's your proof? Did you say that he was a pedophile or he hangs out with them?
He hangs out with pedophiles.
Okay. What pedophiles does he hang out with?
Jeffrey Epstein.
Okay. Did you know that he actually kicked him out of Mar-a-Lago and stopped interacting with
So
him?
You guys are on the other side of this argument, maybe?
Oh, well, the question was just grade him.
He said, quote, he's a great guy. He loves beautiful women, maybe a little on the young side.
Yeah, when did he say that?
Does it matter when he said it?
Yeah, I would say it would matter because once the allegations started coming out, he was actually the first public
but
person.
He already knew that he liked young women and was still friends with him. And then when the guy gets convicted of a crime, then suddenly he washes his hands of the whole thing.
Well, no, he actually kicked him out
So if
before
you're
he got
If
convicted.
you're friends with a guy who likes underage women.
Well, he said young women. He didn't say underage. To be fair, we should tell the truth. We should always tell the truth. He did not say underage women. He said young.
He didn't say underage women,
Right.
but they were underage women.
Yeah, we don't know what type of women that Trump interacted with.
Yeah, we do.
How do you know that?
There's photographic evidence of all of this.
There's photographic evidence of him committing
haven't seen
crimes with
picture-
underage girls?
That's kind of a leading question.
Yeah, well, you said that he hangs out with pedophiles and there's pictures of him engaging in criminal
Jeffrey
activity.
Epstein was convicted.
You're
of sex
pivoting.
trafficking. Right.
You're pivoting.
Okay, go ahead.
So, before that happened, though, Trump was one of the only people who barred him from his businesses and also cooperated with investigators to try and bring charges against Jeffrey Epstein. He was one of the first and only ones who did that. After he was I'm not done talking. Okay. After he was already convicted and got that very sweetheart deal with the help of some Democrats, Bill Clinton and other Democrats kept going on his plane and hanging out with him and talking to him. Trump did not.
With the help of some Democrats, his
Meow.
one of the who was it that wasn't Todd Blanche, but it was the other guy who gave him the sweetheart deal, and then Trump hired the guy. So what are you talking about? I don't understand what you're talking about.
So I'm
The
talking
Democrats
about
gave him a sweetheart deal.
No, I'm saying with the help of some. He has a lot of connections in the
Oh, with the help
Democratic
of some,
Party.
okay.
Yes,
But
but
the
what
guy
the thing
the
is,
guy
what do you think
responsible-
about Trump?
The guy
is-
responsible for giving him the sweetheart deal.
Okay.
We're on this subject. The guy responsible for giving him the sweetheart deal,
Yeah.
a convicted sex offender, later went to work for Donald Trump.
Okay.
Does that bother you at all? Does that bother you?
It depends on what he would work there for. What did he work for Donald Trump with?
I don't know. Was he wasn't an attorney general. He's I forget. I forget
So
what
you
he-
don't even know who he is.
So that makes it not
I'm just wondering. You don't even know who
I
he
don't
is.
remember.
You don't know what work he did for Trump. But we know for a fact that Trump banned him from Mar-a-Lago before he was even convicted.
So what? So what? That
I
was over-
think that goes to
the-
say,
the
hold on, you asked me a
documents-
question.
Okay, but
You
let me
asked me a question. You asked me a question,
What
so
was
let
it?
me respond.
Okay.
I think it matters that he had already banned him from his properties before he even had
Why-
that conviction,
why did he ban
and
him?
because he was being
Meow.
convicted and he was being
Nope.
no
Nope.
for sexually abusing women, sex trafficking,
Donald
all
Trump
of that.
didn't ban him. He he said, I don't want to deal with this guy anymore because he's poaching employees, young girls from Mar-a-Lago. That's why
Okay.
he said you can't hang out at the club
So he
anymore.
wasn't friends with him.
I don't know what you're talking about. They were
You
friends.
said he was friends.
They were
He
friends
banned
for
him from
years.
Mar-a-Lago.
They were friends for
He didn't
years.
want anything else to do with him. So you're admitting that he got banned for whatever reason. Trump cooperated with investigators to bring evidence to the prosecutors to charge him
Why are you even
and
saying
convict
that?
him.
Why are you even saying that?
Well, you want to implicate Trump and say that he was
Donald
involved
Trump
in this,
never
but where's your
testified-
proof?
Donald Trump never testified against Jeffrey Epstein. He didn't.
Did they
assist-
ask him to?
All right, guys.
Oh my
Sorry about
God.
that.
What kind?
Was
What
on
does
the
that?
phone.
What does that question even mean? Did they ask him
Unfortunately, I
to?
missed
Did they
all this
ask him to?
discussion.
Your statement was Donald Trump.
All right, I missed it all. Dang it. Okay. Yep, was on the phone. Sorry, I had to do some housekeeping. Yeah, let's see. What's up, Rats in the Moon? Good to see you. Killer, what's up? Oh, tonight's going to be interesting, guys. Tonight is going to be interesting, boyos. Boy, let me tell you how interesting tonight's going to be. So, good old GT, Transfattery, was trying to set me up, and he was using Chris. Or Chris was using GT to try to set me up to say something. Unbeknownst to me that an order by the court had been put in about something to do with the open record request. Or I'm sorry, the records that I requested. I requested those records fucking anonymously. And the fact that the judge put my name onto it and CC'd it to Napier and Ryder, not cool. Not cool. Uh-oh. Whoopsie. No, I appreciate that, SF. I do appreciate that, man. Good looking out. I'm trying to figure out what the hell everyone else was talking about. I'm like, and I barely check my email maybe once every day, 2 days. Sometimes I go 3 days without even checking my email. I never even would have known that there was a short fuse attached to a giant stick of dynamite with a bunch of threats attached to it. I would have had no idea that document even existed if it wasn't for you guys looking out. Appreciate that, SF. I really, really freaking do. Good looking out. I'm gonna be quiet about it. We're gonna talk more about it tonight. You're definitely gonna want to tune in tonight, guys, because it's gonna be electric. It's electric.
Trump helped convict Jeffrey Epstein.
You know, I said he cooperated with investigators with their questions.
In what way did he cooperate?
Yeah, so he answered all their questions. He gave them whatever they asked for. He complied completely.
That's the broadest, most meaningless statement ever.
Well, so is saying that someone's friends with a pedophile and that he's a racist, which I would love your proof for how he's a racist, too.
He just posted a video showing the Obamas as apes. That's not racist?
Yeah. So, to be fair, the
Somebody
only
else
one
made the video. Somebody else posted the video.
Well, hold on, let me.
The whole video.
You only.
Oh yeah, in regards to that video, apparently whoever posted it left a little part of it at the end. Now, whether that was intentional or not, I don't know. I don't really care. Yeah, so Georgia Transparency was trying to get me to say something audibly to make a record of me basically being in contempt of the judge or to be in contempt of the court's orders. About he was trying to get me to say that I was going to unredacted fully publish the audio files. I didn't even know what the hell I was going to be getting. I had no idea what the hell was going to be on it. So therefore, there's no way I'm going to just put something out unredacted. Now, what I'm not allowed to do, according to the judge, is I'm not allowed to edit it, take anything out of it, or anything like that. Well, what is a redaction if not an edit? But here's the thing. Am I allowed to make my own transcript? What are the rules of the audio file versus what are the rules of the transcript? So here's the interesting thing that a lot of people are going to be missing. What's up? What's up, Steve? Aha, the competition. Yes. Hey, what's up? Did you go live or something? Because Mimsy said he was watching you. I didn't see that you were live at all. I was watching your mukbang. Me, I'm up. You're up. Yeah, so here's the interesting thing. So I got the code. I got the password. I got the link. I've downloaded the audio file. I have it now. Okay? And I'm going to be requesting the one for the latest trial, the Amber Brown versus Chris Ryder hearing. I'm going to be requesting that one soon as well. Now, however, I am not a principal party in that lawsuit, although I was called up. So therefore, that made me a principal party to that particular case. Why I was called up, still a mystery to me. You were live and it was boring. I would have been there. I literally looked and didn't see that you were live at all. I would have 100% went over there and supported you, brother. So, yeah, this is crazy. We've got a lot to talk about today or tonight. Tonight we got a lot to talk about for sure. It's going to be an interesting show. The fact that Chris Ryder was working with Georgia Transparency, that shows collusion, in order to get Georgia Transparency to get me to say certain things about our mutual case, not me having not known. Did you, by the way, did you read that order this morning? Well, I'm a principal on my lawsuit, or on the lawsuit against me. That's the record I was requesting. Yeah, so check your Steve, check your not your Finkel one, but the one that with your name on it. Check your email. Check that right now and look at that. That's just crazy. Matter of fact, I could bring it up and show it. We're going to be going over it tonight. But I had no idea that order had been given, that had been added to my court documentation of a case that's dismissed. The records that I was requesting were in Superior Court. Superior Court has been closed down. It has been transferred to Circuit. I was not asking for any records associated with Circuit Court. What I was asking for was records associated with the hearing that happened in Superior Court, which has since been, that's it. That's a whole different case number. Has nothing to do with Circuit Court case number. So the fact that they created some new thing to throw into a closed case, that's got me a little bit baffled. The fact that I requested a open record request anonymously, gave my email address, and that's all I gave them, and somehow I was outed by the court, by the judge, to the vexatious, litigious Muppets known as Chris and Tiffany Napier, in order for them to then perpetrate what happened on your show yesterday, Steve. Now it all makes sense why Georgia Transparency was trying to goad me or bait me into saying that I was going to release the audio, to either to make me a liar because I wouldn't be able to based on the sanctions or the judgment of the court based on the rules. Yes, exactly. Within exploding time frame of 24 hours or 48 hours. I don't know if it was midnight one day, midnight the next day. And when I called in this morning, the person that I was supposed to contact was out for the day. So explain to me, what if I was on an oil rig trying to get my personal records? What if I didn't have access to the internet? What if I couldn't get in my car? What if I was at work Thursday to Friday? I mean, what's with all these weird hoops and this exploding, Mission Impossible fucking, this message will explode after 24 hours. Well, what the hell's going on with this shit? What is with how unorthodox this whole thing has become? Those two idiots didn't go up last night. I wouldn't have looked at your case out of curiosity. Yeah, I'm glad they did. They did me a favor. They did me a favor. They really did. And listen, guys, I'm gonna. Oh man, I'm telling you. Spend 5 coins and gain all stats up. Castable once per turn. No, I think I'm gonna go. Bomb shot tosses a bomb that explodes and knocks units away. I kind of like bombs. Bombs are great. All right, what do we got? We got a rain hat. You have all stats up while wet. Okay. And then we have a white belt. All right, brace. Let's do that.
Meow.
Put a rain hat on. Let's see, brace. That'll go onto my tank. All right, he's like a ninja now. Yeah, I'm a little ticked off right now. So order February 10th. This smells like something in Denmark. Yeah, like rotten cheese. Yeah, the whole. Oh, I gotta let help. Nice. Let's put that on my. Put that on my tank. Bam. Yeah, this whole thing is really weird. And CC'd it. Claimed you were CC'd. Did they change the definition of CC? No. They sent it to me and CC'd it to Tiffany and Chris. They let them know that I had put in a record request, which was supposed to have been anonymous, and they claimed that because I was putting in a record request as a member of, or something to do with that, it was mandated that they had to let the other parties know that I was putting in an audio record request, and all the contingencies applied to said record request. Think about it. Uh-oh. Dang it. Got shards of glass. I can use that as a melee weapon.
Meow.
So yeah, this whole thing is very, very bizarre. Very, very bizarre. And it gets better. It gets better, chat. Pay attention to this. Now they're claiming that the judge had put in an order that no one is allowed to even record phone calls. Careful, Ryder. To even record phone calls going into the courthouse. Now they're saying me in Kentucky, single party consent state, that that anyone is not allowed to record a phone call with any of the court staff.
Meow.
Wow. Like, really? And I asked the lady, I'm like, oh, well, what's the statute backing that up? Oh, I don't know. But you're going to enforce it. You don't know what the statute is backing that up, but you're going to enforce it. Interesting. SF says, I want to know why an order was put in. Sounds like Chris is having some ex parte communication with the courts. I'm not going to make that accusation. I think that the judge is like super paranoid. I think there's a lot more to it. I'm not going to go into too much detail. Yeah, and I even asked the lady, I'm like, I'm asking for court records of a hearing that has already happened. It's been dismissed. I'm trying to get public records on it. So you're telling me that I'm not allowed to disseminate this as a matter of personal interest, as a story? That I'm not allowed to publish this and inform people what happened? I said, what about Johnny Depp and Amber Heard? How are they allowed? How are people allowed to opine and talk about those transcripts, but I'm not allowed to talk about my court case? Anyway, all of this is getting very, very strange, guys. It's all becoming very, very strange. I don't know what the legitimacy is of any of this. I'm going to be very careful. It's never been my intention to break the law, not even remotely break the law. This whole thing is very unorthodox. Very, very unorthodox.
Even let me respond. So you know what I'm talking about if you let me respond.
If you don't like
you
what
will
I'm saying,
not let me respond.
Okay.
You just stop talking for 1 second.
Too much Jubilee.
You have a very bad impulse of over talking and talking over other people. That's not how a conversation works. So we're going to try again.
You
okay?
ask a question, you don't like the answer,
You are still interrupting. I cannot believe this. Anyway, that video that you say is racist. The only people that are pointing out that it's racist are other people who are saying that black people and monkeys go together. When I saw that video, I didn't think racism because I don't think black people and monkeys go together, but apparently you do.
It's a racist trope.
Interesting. Yeah, I want to know why an order was put in. I mean, the fact that this became me anonymously requesting a record suddenly became a public fucking record is a breach of my Fourth Amendment. I have proof that I specifically, when I made this record request, that I specifically said, not that I'm necessarily trying to hide, but I'm flexing my rights to anonymously, according to the Fourth Amendment, to anonymously request this according to federal and state law, open record law.
Going back to Reconstruction, Jim Crow, this is not me creating something. If somebody reads history or looks at any history, they will
Steve
will see blacks being portrayed as monkeys for the last 150 years. Denying that it's a racist trope is willful ignorance. I'm sorry.
Was the white politician who was also on a monkey's body, was that racist as well?
Uh-oh.
Was it?
I'm sorry.
Yeah, uh-oh. Here comes the cognizant dissonance. Was the white one? Was the white one? Are you listening, by the way?
Meow.
Hold on. The person that just texted me, I'm asking you. Yeah, this really ticks me off. I'm pretty hot about this. I'm not gonna lie. Again, being a law-abiding citizen apparently makes you a sucker. Apparently, there's some kind of I don't know, some kind of deal between criminals and courts because criminals keep the courts in business. So maybe they give preferential treatment to criminals. Apparently, allegedly in Minecraft. I don't know. This whole it's starting to get really sus to me. It's all becoming very sus. So here we go.
These are just kind of ridiculous questions.
The white politician who was also on a monkey's body, or in the black politicians who were on other animals' bodies, is that racist as well?
So you don't think that portraying a black person?
So instead of answering the question that she asked, so if a white person is being put onto the body of an animal, is that racist? And the cognizant dissonance, the confirmation bias of what I believe to be true is true and nothing else can be true. other than what I believe. And I'm going to ignore what you're saying here because it's inconvenient for me to respond to it. It doesn't fit my worldview. No, not you, Steve, not you. I'm talking to the person that texted me. Half listen to, I thought you meant me. Catching up on email and then submitting unemployment application. Good for you, brother.
And as a monkey is racist.
I don't look at black people and think of monkeys. Apparently you do.
Pretty much the whole world does, yeah.
Yeah, well, that's awful because I don't associate black people with monkeys. That's a pretty racist thing to do. When you think of a black person and you see a monkey, you put the two together. I don't do that. I think it was a funny meme.
Fantastic.
Actually, I think it's hilarious. I'm not mad at all because you just went on a rampage calling Trump all these things, trying to say he's indicated with pedophiles, he's a racist, all this other stuff, and then you guys get upset over a meme. Yeah, I'm not playing that game. The things that your side has done is incredible. Within
30 seconds. So.
I know, you couldn't quit talking to me. I appreciate your time. Your friends bailed on you. Ladies!
Don't talk
Why wouldn't you want them to talk to me?
This is very hacky what you're doing, if you ask me.
I just asked you for proof for your claims, and that's a hacky? That's a hack job?
For proof. You don't have any proof at all. Okay. I give you proof. You don't care about the proof. The idea that showing a black person as a monkey is not racist is insane to me. You have to be so willfully ignorant to believe that. Oh, I don't think that, so it's not the case. It's ridiculous.
What about the white politicians who were on the monkey bodies?
I don't know. What about the white ball?
Is that racist?
Do you know what racism is?
Yeah, actually, I would love for you to tell me. What is racism?
Meow.
I'm not here to teach you lessons. Okay?
It's because you don't have the information.
I mean, it's just mind-boggling to me the level of cope that goes on with these people.
You shouldn't be able to do that.
I don't read history. I don't read books.
At least when I have discussions or disagreements with Steve, at least he does his best to present an argument or give me information in regards to it, right? And let me roll. Can I roll?
Meow.
Push back here. There we go. Got it. Okay. At least he'll go, oh, I didn't know that, or he'll watch evidence that I present to him and be like, wow, I never knew Biden sniffed little kids.
Because I don't know anything really.
Yeah. The only thing you know that monkey and black people together, that's what you correlate with black people. That's okay. I don't do that, but if that's what you do, I hope you have a good day.
That's what I do.
Yeah.
That's what I do. Yeah.
Yeah.
Open a book.
What book should I open?
Tell me this guy right here that's talking right now doesn't sound exactly like Coded Fiend. Tell me he doesn't sound exactly like Coded Fiend. Just listen to him. Listen to the way he speaks. He's got a bagel-esque kind of mannerisms.
I don't know. Read any book about the Jim Crow South or Reconstruction. Do you know what Reconstruction is?
Yeah, exactly, Mr. Mimsy, exactly.
So are you familiar with that term?
Yeah.
Can you answer the question what Reconstruction is?
Yeah. I'm just so stupid.
You know, it's funny to me how he's got lots of questions for her, lots of assertions and associations for her. But when she asks the very simple question, you know, he can't answer it. It's kind of weird.
I'm just so stupid. I'm a racist out here.
It's a basic question about our country's history.
Anyway, I hope you have a wonderful time. Whenever you see a black person, please don't associate them with monkeys automatically. That's weird.
That's pretty based. All right, guys. All right, we're doing our cat army. Everything's great. Everything's cool. Everything's copacetic. We're gonna get into some fleckless talks. I haven't seen that in a minute, so we'll check it out.
And today on the show, a Texas state rep calls for all-out war against white people. We'll show you what he said. Then we have more proof the FBI covered stuff up after Epstein was found dead. We'll go over the details there. Then in Cringe of the Week, we'll go over some of the Super Bowl and Olympic cringe we've been seeing lately. And last but not least, in Urban Decay, there's a new N-word girl that made the subway go crazy. All this and more, it's Fleckus Talks, the podcast, episode 327, ranked the best news podcast of all time.
Because words are just words until action actually starts. And actions speak louder than words, but at the same time, words speak louder than actions because sometimes it's the right thing to do. Very cool. Very cool.
It's Fleckus Talks, the podcast featuring Richard Rapp.
All right, 1 for 1 on the intro, as always. Guys, why is no one talking about these hidden performance experiments connected to our military? Listen to what Tony Robbins has to say about it in this clip.
Check this out. Your sirtuins do two things. First, they turn on and off genes. Well, they also have a competing component, because they can only do so much, which is cleaning up your DNA. These sirtuins have a fuel.
Classic move. The NMN I use is Black Forest NMN. It's GMO-free and better. I'm gonna try it. It's insane. It's a buy one, get one free store-wide. Let's get into it. Well, did everyone have a nice weekend?
Yeah.
You did?
I did. I had a lovely weekend.
Super Bowl?
Yeah, it was fun.
We'll go over some of the stuff from the Super Bowl. It was a boring game.
Yes, it was unfortunately a boring game. Halftime seems to be all that anyone's talking about. But we'll get to that. It's in cringe. You know where it's at.
And it was one of those games you wish you had the sports almanac for.
Oh yeah, 29-12 or whatever exact score. Could have made $1 million if I was Biff Tannen and fucking Back to the Future.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Yeah. I got my haircut.
Nice. Good for you.
And I was thinking
you needed it.
I was thinking something, and hear me out. I'm going to cook a little bit to start the show. Huh? You know, people do the online courses where they train you to be a better salesman or a businessman?
Yes. Yeah.
Think about this. You think Elon Musk gets a haircut?
What are you saying? Nobody touches him? He doesn't allow people near his head with scissors?
Cut your own hair.
Okay. As a billionaire hack?
How many people can touch a billionaire? Like their wife, and then maybe that's it? Like a couple other people?
A bodyguard?
That's the level you want to get to. You think Elon Musk has people touching him all the time? You can't even get close to him. So when it comes to your own haircut, you're kind of showing you're at a lower level if you're letting some guy down the street touch you and you wait in line for it.
Yeah, you think George Clooney lets some guy touch him for $25? I don't think so.
You got to be cutting your own hair.
Okay.
That's the road to being a billionaire.
All right, smart. And you got your haircut, and I see you're wearing your Oyster Bay tennis.
Yep. Got my Oyster Bay tennis sweatshirt. That's like a daily for me.
What do you mean?
It's like my daily driver. You know, it's like a daily. This is my Fleckus uniform.
I'm hearing you're saying daily. You're relating it to a car, and I'm hearing it never gets washed. It smells like shit, and I'm near you right now. So it's your daily.
It smells fine.
All right, don't tell anybody else that.
Let's get it.
It's my daily. You shouldn't tell anybody that, brother.
Let's get into the then I do a laundry and I just wait with no shirt on in my house waiting for the sweatshirt to be done so I can put it back on. It kind of is like that sometimes.
Okay.
All right, let's get into the show. Let's not get bogged down.
We can. There's no rules. We can do whatever.
Let's not get bogged down. Let's start with our first story I thought was dystopian.
You may be able to use buy now, pay later for rent per CNBC.
Not good.
Yeah, that's called get you into a hole you never get out of. Dystopia.
Yeah, they like debt slavery.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they want to get us into. It's like a game for them, and that's an example of like what debt slavery looks like. You build up your debt, and then eventually you're like, fuck it. I'll take a trip. Yeah, I'll get new shoes. Put it on that giant tab that's never going to get paid anyway.
That's true, yeah. I was thinking debt slavery and mass surveillance are like the two things that are in every dystopian movie ever. Debt slavery, where you don't have enough credits. I got a sick kid and I don't have enough credits. And it's like, boom, that's the beginning of Running Man, the new remake. You know, every single movie is like that. So stay away from that.
Very true.
I don't think we need to tell people, hey, stay away from buy now, pay later on rent.
That's a good point. Well, you guys know. All right, let's get to our next story. We have a Texas state rep that's calling for communism and violence in the same clip.
I always tell people the day the Latino, African American, Asian, and other communities realize that they share the same oppressor is the day we start winning. Because we are the majority in this country now. We have the ability to take over this country and to do what is needed for everyone and to make things fair. But the problem is our communities are divided. They're completely divided.
Yeah, and this guy is Gene Wu. He's a Texas state rep. And in order to take over the country, everyone who's not white needs to lock arms and get together and go against the white oppressor, which is interesting verbiage from him, because didn't Trump get into like huge trouble on January 6th for saying something not even close to as incendiary as that?
Yeah. Definitely. We need to bond together to fight our oppressor. And this is like when you're mixing like the college girl verbiage and logic with elected Texas representative bad PR. And he kind of fumbles it. And I don't know about you, but I generally have a problem with Asian people trying to band with the large swaths of brown people.
They are the highest performing bunch when it comes to income.
You're with us. You're with us. And you got, every once in a while, there's a Gene Wu who got adopted and has some weird feelings about it. Or the Boston mayor is Michelle Wu. We got to watch all the woos. So, but Asians, you're with us. You have, self-responsibility.
Question is, do you think Ryder has access to the audio file also through your records request? I mean, that's a really good question to ask. I don't think so. I think they just had to let him know that I had requested that audio file. That is actually a really, really good question. Let's see, here's the beauty of it. No one's supposed to know that I made that record request because I didn't make it through the courts. I made it through an Open Record Act. I'm not trying to recreate any kind of new court ruling or hearing. It's been adjudicated. It's dismissed from the Superior Court. There is no Superior Court open hearing, open trial, open anything in Superior Court. The only thing that's pending is Circuit Court, and Judge Evans needs to look at it. And the fact that Judge Evans hasn't looked at it probably means that he doesn't plan on changing his ruling, that it's dismissed based to lack of personal jurisdiction, which is the right call. It's the original call. Why would Judge Evans have immediately dismissed it due to lack of personal jurisdiction, whereas Judge Abbott waited to even look at my motion to dismiss due to lack of personal jurisdiction? That cost my wife a day off from work. That cost time, stress, potentially. What if I would have gotten a little bit concerned about this more than what I already was concerned about it? What if I would have gotten really, really worried about it and spent another $3,000 on a lawyer for something that was dismissed the second the judge looked at it and said, this motion is correct. There is no personal jurisdiction. Every other little motion after that is moot because it can't be heard in this court. But yet here's Ryder still trying to play fuck around and find out with the court system. Stuff's not cool. It's not cool at all. I don't know what the court's up to. I don't know what their plan is. I don't know what their. I don't even understand how this even got before a judge. Why? What does a judge have to do with me making an open record request on something that's not sealed? You're telling me that it's what and for what purpose would it be sealed for? And there needs to be a very, very good reason given as to why that record should be sealed. And there needs to be a motion to seal the records. There was no motion to seal those records. If the judge unilaterally made that decision on his own, might very well be within his power to do so. I'll have to do some research on it. Or is this the judge practicing law from the bench? I don't know. I legit don't know. I'm just asking questions. I'm not making accusations.
Responsibility, you work hard, meritocracy. You're with us. You're not with the handout crew. So I have a major problem with them betraying it to gain political power. Everybody knows which side the Asians are on.
That's true. They have strong family units and they take pride in cleaning the stoop.
Not a lot of welfare received by Asian families, as far as I know.
Yeah.
So I reject that band together. He must really hate white people, because to not see the similarities between Asian and white societies, and then to just go, hey, blacks and browns, come on. There's an oppressor over there. Very short-sighted.
Very true. And then when you break down what he's really calling for, I kind of had this written out. There's like an us versus them happening, and it's minorities versus whites, and it's racist to say you want the whites to win.
Meow.
Right?
I do.
And then we're the racist oppressors if white people lose. So either way, we're racist or racist and fucked.
That's true. So you might as well embrace being called racist and win.
There you go. There's
Simple.
some writing on the wall over there, guys. Do you see it? The writing is on the wall.
I'm looking.
All right, let's get to our next clip. The sheriff of Mecklenburg County in North Carolina, where Charlotte is, was at a hearing, and he kind of humiliated himself.
Branch of government do you operate under?
Mecklenburg County.
What branch of government do you operate under, Sheriff?
I believe the sheriff would be executive branch of government, wouldn't it?
Constitution of the United States.
Correct. That is what establishes the branches of government. I'm asking which branch you fall under.
Mecklenburg County. I'm a duly sworn
Oh my God, DEI.
Mecklenburg County Sheriff. We answer to the people of Mecklenburg County.
This was not where I was anticipating getting stuck. Are you aware of how many branches of government there are?
No.
Wow.
Okay. For the sake of debate, I will move on and say there are 3 branches of government: legislative, executive, judicial. Of those 3, which do you believe you fall under?
I believe I fall under the last one.
Would you say it to me?
Judicial.
No.
You are incorrect, sir. You fall under the executive.
Bam,
This is
there it
kind
is.
of-
Wow, dude, I'm just some schmuck on the internet. Wow, it definitely stinks, JP. This whole thing stinks to high heaven. This is going to colossally backfire on Harrison County. They're trying to interfere with my freedoms, my freedom of information, my freedom to report, my First Amendment. They absolutely fucked up when it comes to my Fourth Amendment. In my opinion, I'll have to do some more research on it. I still don't. I had to explain to these people on multiple occasions. I'm not. What does this have to do with the court? I'm giving you my verbal request orally for any Joe Smoke can come off the streets. That's what I'm trying to get access to. I'm not trying to get access to something that I can't publicly request. Now, beyond that, to say that I can request the audio, but I can't then publish it or distribute it or make any changes to it, or like, what exactly does that mean? That's very vague. And then to throw a bunch of threats behind it, that's very interesting.
Like me in 8th grade.
The last one. Saying, not even being able to repeat back the word, just going with the last one.
Yeah.
And trying to maintain dignity. The last one, I think.
You wearing the outfit.
Yeah.
It's like doing a book report in middle school. And he's kind of the perfect person for the job in a way, because he knows nothing about the government and how it operates. And then he's not going to push back when something unconstitutional happens.
Yeah, that's useful idiot status.
That's what I'm saying.
That's somewhat useful, really an idiot, if you have to define the two. He's somewhat useful, but he's really an idiot.
So it's like when you have people's rights.
More idiot than useful.
Yeah, that's what we're dealing with. And when you have people's rights being trampled,
Here
he's
we go.
not going to really
Rights being trampled.
pull out the Constitution and go, wait a sec.
What does Mecklenburg County have to say about this?
So that's, like you said, the useful idiot of the day. All right, let's go back to Virginia. We've been talking a lot about Virginia lately and all of the stuff they're doing.
But I mean, the interesting thing, you said 2 times that Ryder is informed of you making requests, question mark. I'm not sure about the first time. I don't know that he was notified of the fact that I put in a record request. I put that in. I'm gonna do some research on this. I'm gonna do some exploring on this. I'm gonna try to be as careful as I can, because I'm not trying to throw Harrison County, the clerks, or anyone under the bus. I think that there needs to be some fucking concurrent training. I think there needs to be some remedial training. I think there needs to be some fucking training on FOIA and what rights citizens have when they walk inside of a public fucking building. I'm starting to understand auditors now. I'm really starting to understand why auditors get pissed off And I'm also starting to understand why auditors seem to get hemmed up and thrown in jail, because auditors are the ones that are standing in the gap, holding these people fucking accountable to do their fucking jobs. Not do anything extra. Just do your fucking job. And if you don't know what your job is, don't make it the problem of the public who's paying your salary to try to tell you what your job is, and then to try to punish them for instructing you that you're in error with what it is that you're doing. In error. You're in error, bro. You are in error. With what is going on right now is so freaking wrong on so many levels. It's almost like they're making assertions that they know what the intent of my mens reas is. Just do the public record. That's it. It's a public record. It's either a public record or it's not a fucking public record. It's either expunged and sealed or it's not. And if it's not expunged and sealed, why are you making me jump through a bunch of fucking hoops in order to get my fucking public record?
Now that they're in power, Spangberger is it the governor?
Yeah, she's the governor.
She's the
Abigail
governor.
Spangberger. The last one. You kind of the last one. The pronunciation of that.
Meow.
So Spangberger, here she is, laughing as she signs new redistricting legislation.
Oh, it's the usual suspects doing their usual bagel stuff.
So this is all for redistricting, and this disenfranchises 48% of the Commonwealth in Virginia. It went from 6-5 Democrats to Republicans to 10-1.
She gerrymandered us.
She gerrymandered us.
Hard. With laughing with her friends. Gerrymandered us.
And it's ironic because she was against gerrymandering just not too long ago. Here's a tweet from her.
This is good news for Virginia and the country. Gerrymandering is detrimental to our democracy, and it weakens the individual voices that form our electorates. Opposing gerrymandering should be a bipartisan priority.
That sounds good.
Until I get all three branches, or all the House, the Senate, and the governor, and then I do it to you and we go to 10-1. You can have one seat. She's very magnanimous. You can have one seat.
Very fair.
And she cackles with her friends.
And here's her talking about how Republicans use gerrymandering to steal elections.
Because Republicans have to depend on redistricting and stealing votes and taking seats like they did in North Carolina in order to actually be able to win elections.
So it's stealing elections when you gerrymander, but Democrats can do it because the Republicans are the bad guys and we need to oppose them by any means necessary.
Yes. You see what happens with a broken security dilemma and one side just constantly going, yep, pressing the button. But yeah, I mean, the main point, like, we're laughing. A bunch of people just got literally disenfranchised in the state of Virginia, the Commonwealth, one of the oldest states, lots of history, generations of family, right? And the point is, like, I'm not in power. I'm not able to gerrymander anything. But next time we have an opportunity, you laugh. You play this clip. You go, haha, goodbye. And compare this with what Indiana did, which we covered.
JP says, I should be able to get the public record, and I don't have any connections with anyone in Harrison County, right? Well, that's what I'm saying. The things that I'm asking for public, I made a Freedom of Information request. I didn't ask for anything that wasn't open to the public. That's where I think they kept getting confused. I mean, I'm asking for what I can which can be publicly distributed, requested, and published. That's what I'm asking. That's all I'm asking for. I'm asking for what any schlub off the street could have requested. Just because they read into what it was that I was asking and misunderstood it, I guess. I don't even know. I don't get
Meow.
why it became a big rigmarole.
How that random fat guy, we talked about how a random guy comes out of the woodwork and goes, hell no, I'm not doing this. Trump called my niece retarded or something, right?
Yeah.
Indiana had the potential to do this and they didn't. Virginia does. That's how, like, you become a lifelong loser as a Republican, right? You watch the other side do it and laugh and hand out pens, and then you go, I'm taking a stand. great state of Indiana needs 4 all-black seats or something like that. Right?
This ain't right. We're taking the high road. Steamrolled.
So that's the whole point, right?
This game's not very fun.
Yeah, we lose a lot. It's crazy. And then every once in a while, when it goes way too far, then we win the presidency. Only when it's Trump.
Yeah.
Never when it's Mitt Romney or McCain or anybody like that.
It's very true. All right, let's get to our next story. Speaking of voting, this happened in California. A woman registered her dog to vote.
Yeah, California resident Laura Urex self-reported she had registered her dog to vote and had in fact cast a mail-in ballot on behalf of her dog. She did this to expose the corrupt election system. She was brilliant for this. Her dog voted Republican.
But let me guess, she'll get put in jail for it. All right, she'll get put in jail for exposing that she can get her dog to vote. But when you vote for a Republican, then they got to make an example out of you.
Meow.
I'm not even a registered Republican, but I'm just showing you just how unfair and how not by the rules these pricks are not playing by the rules. Not even remotely. Not even close are they playing by the rules. Pay attention, guys. It's a joke. It's like Carlin said, it's a big club and you're not part of it. No problem, JP.
And she did this as a test of whether or not she could, right? In the state of California. And she did. And then she came out and admitted it. And
she got in trouble?
She's being charged with 5 felonies.
Wow.
So like she's doing this as like an exercise and then gets charged with 5 felonies for easily registering her dog and sending in a mail-in ballot.
Yeah, you're only allowed to use illegal mail-in ballots for Democrats, man.
When it's us.
Yeah.
We're in charge of the ballot harvesting, right? You can't go rogue and do a dog just for funsies.
Not good. And we have some stats of mail-in ballots for the last few elections starting in 2004.
15 million mail-in, 23 million, 27, 33, then 2020, the big year, 70 million, and then 2024, 49 million.
So that's why it's so important to get rid of mail-in ballots.
That's too many every year.
Every year it's too many.
In my mind,
But
right?
2020, like Trump was going to win by a lot, so they really needed a lot to cover, and that's where it got out of hand. And we have some stats here about who supports mail-in ballots when it comes to the unions.
Yeah, well, this is literally who handles the mail. So unions who handle mail-in ballots only endorse Dems for president. The American Postal Workers Union, and then Obama, Hillary, Biden, Harris. It's going to be the same for all of them. The National Association of Letter Carriers, all Dems. And National Postal Mail Handlers Union, all Dems again.
So that's kind of like the full operation in a way.
And that looks bad. I don't know how many individual mail or letter carriers are getting involved in it. I'm not going to slander anybody here.
I'll slander a little.
But demographically speaking, the U.S. Postal Service is trending a certain direction, federal employee-wise.
Very true.
And it's darker than white.
Very true.
Thank you. Second, very true.
And we've been pushing, obviously, for no mail-in ballots and voter ID and the SAVE Act. And Chuck Schumer opposed that. Can you read his tweet and then Tim Burkett's reply?
Let's call it like it is, Senator Tom Cotton. The SAVE Act would disenfranchise over 21 million Americans. And then Tim Burchett said, you have to show a birth certificate to play Little League Baseball. You want 21 million illegals to vote.
Wow. I mean, just unplug that for a second. You have to show a birth certificate in order for your kid to play Little League. My mom had to jump through so many hoops in order to get her real ID, even though she already had previously had a Kentucky real ID, and she had an Arizona real ID.
Meow.
But yet she still had to jump through a bunch of hoops that illegals don't have to jump through, especially when they're voting.
That's his response.
That's basically it.
Yeah.
So.
Disenfranchise who? People who are too stupid to get an ID? I don't get it. They should be disenfranchised. Those particular ones.
Yeah.
Right?
It has to happen, and we're going to kind of wrap this up with the national popular vote in millions, just to kind of remind you guys how out of hand it got. For Democrats. 69 million for Obama, 65 for Obama, 65 for Hillary, 81 for Joe Biden, 71 million for Kamala Harris. There is no real votes that go to them.
Yeah.
It's all fake sent through the machine, allegedly. And then retarded
a little crazy.
And then retarded people. I'm trying to cover all the bases.
Some people do vote for him, but yeah, it's definitely something crazy. And the more important thing about this whole story, obviously, we're giving reasons to pass the SAFE Act and reasons why we need to shore up our own elections. But the main thing is gerrymander when you have power, win at all costs. A Democrat's lurking around a corner to gut you, and so we got to take power where we can. And like Virginia changing all those seats to Dems, it's like now Trump has to win by 4 more seats after the next. I don't know when that goes into effect, but you got to win 4 more seats next time, and then. Who knows where it'll be in 10 years from now when Texas flips because of how many Indians are there or something.
It's very true. Right. So our plan in the short term needs to be no mail-in voting,
voter ID.
Voter ID. We win all the elections. We re-gerrymander fairly and un-gerrymander all the Democrat seats, and we re-gerrymander fairly, and then we win elections
JP.
and have a normal country. And
SF says 100% GT was trying to get you to say you would play the audio file online so Chris could flip it and run to the courts and file something frivolous. The sooner he's in jail, the better. Yeah. Meow. Absolutely. And the fact that that was allowed to even be tried to be set up. I mean, think about it. Think about being the judge and hearing that a dude's basically saying, I'm going to do whatever I want to do. The hell with the judge's orders. I'm going out of my way to be as respectful of the courts and the judge and the state of Indiana as I possibly can. Are they respecting me? That's my question.
in 30 years, we could fix all the problems.
But I don't. That's a 30-year plan. But I don't think there's ungerrymandering. It's just the end game is every state is completely gerrymandered. Mm-hmm. That's what the end game where we're trending towards. Right?
Yeah, that's true.
Because we're not cooperating with Democrats at this point.
And then to make matters worse, our last clip of our voting section, even Somalia has voter ID.
Somalia's electoral authorities have started issuing voter ID cards across Mogadishu as the capital prepares for its first direct municipal council elections in decades under a one-person, one-vote system.
They have it. They have a one-person, one-vote system. We have 70 million ballots in the mail somewhere, and a bunch of Democrats are handling it. I don't get it, man. Somalia, showing us how.
Somalia showing us how. All right, let's get to our Epstein section. We have some updates. We're not going to spend a ton of time on it. But our first thing is an interesting thing that was revealed about how the FBI handled the surveillance tapes. It sounds like they cleared the tapes.
Newly released Epstein documents reveal FBI agent purposely removed hard drive from jail video recording system, intentionally erasing...
Huh. It's like the jails, the courts. I mean, all of it's on the up and up, right? Nothing to see here. No reason to hold these pricks accountable.
All prison footage during the time of Epstein's death. Oops. Whoopsie. Fat-fingered that one. Oh, my kids usually do this for me. Oh, I don't know how to record on TiVo. But, so, they nuked it, and what? Epstein alive?
Epstein alive odds continue to go up.
Yeah.
That is the key takeaway. We have the document here. We don't have to read it, but the guy summed it up in the tweet.
He summed it up. I'm not reading documents like that. Right?
Yeah. And then we have our next document here. It says exposed. Epstein files reveal the FBI under Kash Patel and Dan Bongino's direction internally discussed clear and specific guidance to redact images of former U.S. presidents, Secretary of State, and other celebrities. So Kash and Dan Bongino were involved in redacting a lot of...
Uh-oh, Danny Bongino. Oh, Danny boy, he's trying to run away. He's trying to run away, but he's not going to run away. He's not going to be able to run away. You're going to have to own up to it at some point in time, buddy. You're gonna have to own up to it at some point in time.
the famous people who were involved with Epstein.
Yeah.
Now, these are all the people that said, oh, if you get me into office, if Trump gets in office, all right, we're gonna make things better. And they're no different than the people that are controlling things, huh? We're seeing it now, aren't we? We're seeing it all. The emperor has no clothes.
Allegedly.
Which could, could
I
be
get sued.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna keep my head down, actually.
You're the man, Dan.
Yeah, Dan. Can't wait to see you back on Rumble.
So that's interesting. A lot of people were redacted. A lot of people were upset with how many redactions there were, and the FBI ultimately were the ones who did it, allegedly.
Even our side.
Yeah.
That's the point.
Now let's get to our next thing. Can you read what that says?
This tweet?
Yep.
Couldn't believe this was real, so I double-checked the DOJ site. It's real. U.S. Attorney Berman announced Epstein's death with letterhead dated the day before he was found dead. But it gets weirder. Bill Barr announced Berman's resignation less than a year later. Berman denied he was resigning and was then removed by Barr on June 20th, 2020. Trump denied any involvement, but it was confirmed later by reporting that, in fact, it was Trump who had Berman removed.
That's interesting. So he had the death announcement announced, the draft, before Epstein died.
Yes.
So maybe he was just like, oh, I'm going to get ahead of some work I have for tomorrow.
It's Friday. I don't want to be working on a Saturday.
I'm going to just type it up now.
Yeah.
As you said, I have some new laundry sheets to use in my washing machine. It's all very exciting. Nice.
That one could be nothing. How many times does someone write the wrong date or the wrong year? So I'm not going to get too crazy on a piece of paper.
Yeah.
But you start to add all these things up and you go, huh. And it gets out of control.
It does get out of
Too
control.
many huhs, and then you start to be a schizo, right?
That's true. Let's get to our next story in Epstein folder. Apparently, his email was still active and sending emails after he died, which is maybe another piece of evidence that he could be alive.
Well, but login info for a few of Epstein's email accounts was accidentally leaked in the latest Epstein Files release, briefly giving people full access to his email accounts. And it's been discovered that his email accounts had activity after his death in 2019. So,
So that's interesting.
Yes.
Not necessarily nothing. He's still using his email.
It could be someone else. You know, a lot of this stuff is like, that's questionable. But if his login shit was in the documents, then people had access to those documents. So it's not really a glaring red flag, but it's just more like confusion, right?
It is confusion. Let's end our Epstein section with this video I thought summed up what's going on pretty well.
3 million Epstein files were released, my sweet little Goyen. Everyone is aware of what the elites are up to. But there's a deeper psychological impact with these files that no one is talking about. Come take a look. You see, the human psyche is strong, yet it's also quite fragile as well. These files act as a black magic spell that conditions the human mind to be more desensitized to the horrors that go on. Due to the fact that most of the world is collectively traumatized from everything that's happened in the last few years, these files act as sort of a lid to the container that is your mind, closing in every ounce of psychological damage that's been inflicted upon society. All of the horrors that the conspiracy theorists knew about are now confirmed to be true. By desensitizing the masses more and more with these horrors, we become ever so likely to stay trapped in a mindset where we feel we can't do anything about it, thus giving the elite free rein to continue with their sickening behaviors, while enforcing the incoming agendas. All of the memes you were seeing before the release, a literal spell to get your mind primed and ready for the lid to be closed. The Epstein merch that's being sold, the normalization of sick and twisted behaviors that have been happening since ancient times. This isn't a disclosure. This is a black magic ritual meant to desensitize you from the fact that dark magicians control society. And the worst part about it, the fact that this will only lead to more and more false flags to come. This is psychological warfare on a mass scale.
Pretty interesting.
That's one take.
Black magic's.
That's certainly one side of the argument, I guess.
Black magic spell.
Yeah.
There could be something there.
Who am I to judge?
I thought that was insightful.
Yeah. Okay. Good.
Especially if nothing gets done, if no one gets arrested, and we basically caught the FBI with what they were wanting to do, and then the files came out reluctantly after. So, you know, keep an eye on it, but I have a bad feeling nothing's going to happen.
Okay, me too.
Unfortunately. All right, let's get to our Minneapolis updates. We only have a couple clips, but the first one I thought was funny. They're attacking their own guys.
He's like, do you see my fucking sign? It says Nuremberg. I'm one of you guys. Oh, that's funny. People are like the mob, dude. You got to stay away from the mob. These people are fucking insane. These people have lost the absolutely lost the plot.
So they're attacking their own.
They throw dildos at the car. They rip his sign. I don't know what set them off, but clearly they saw an old white guy. And
White guy in a truck.
And they go, let's not read his signs. Let's just fuck with this guy. And my favorite part about this is BG on the scene, who filmed this, is just in the crowd filming it. And he's probably like, holy shit.
That's BG on the scene.
Yeah, this guy could have done that to him. But yeah, you know, there's no real order in the MSP thing. You hear a rumor, hey, that guy's on the other fucking side. Boom, the mob. That's mob behavior, right?
You almost could use that against them.
Of course.
And be like, hey, that guy said he likes ice. And by the time he explains himself, the mob's already flipping his car over.
Yeah, that's kind of like some Jason Bourne shit. Like he moves through a train station and he's avoiding the CIA, and he starts a fight.
Yeah,
and with the mob, he sends a mob on him.
He steals the guy's hat and walks off or something.
Exactly. You could easily do it.
That's an interesting opportunity.
You should go try. Yeah, I'm kind of curious.
I don't know if I can encourage that, but if someone were to do that and then be like, Flex Sucks Podcast, that'd be a sick shout out.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, next, this is my favorite.
Careful, brother.
Not allegedly, don't do it. All right, next, this is my favorite clip from our Minneapolis section. There's some yoga people who got mad at the yoga studio for not disavowing ICE.
And let's do a little context because this is a long video and we had to kind of come in to it. Someone put up a sign that said Stop ICE, or basically that equivalent, on this Core Power Yoga. It's like some national chain yoga studio. They put a Stop ICE sign up, and then one of the employees goes, oh, gee, and took it down. Because what, do you just do whatever the politics of whoever comes in and out? And this video starts when they've already been kind of berating these two worker women for a little while.
No, don't take a pause. Come on, you came here to silence teachers to make sure everything was done. I've never seen your fucking face in 10 years of practicing and paying my money at the studio. Don't take a pause. Be loud with Core Power corporate dancers. Let's fucking go. What do you gotta say? Louder, Delaney. For the in the back. Let's go. What is it? Why? Why are you having one of our best teachers quit? Because you can't stand behind her. Answer that.
Uh-oh.
Person with the glasses, do you have a good answer? Delaney can't seem to cough it out.
I mean, we're being berated right now, and so
You're not being berated. You're being asked hard questions that you should have done that answered. This is not berating.
Okay.
Trust me. Berating is what our neighbors are living through.
I say corrected. You are absolutely correct.
That's right. I apologize. Okay. What's the? Why is your company?
First thing you never do, never apologize. I don't know if these guys are leftists, rightists. I'm not sure what this is about, but.
You gonna put the ICE up sign back on the front door? We don't want to chat. We want action. Like, we chat all fucking day long in this state. Are you gonna put the ICE out sign on the back?
I mean, it kind of sounded a little bit like they're anti-ICE.
On the front door? Yeah, and we want you to take us to.
Please let me know if you guys feel different. Let me ask you, is that Core Power is a major corporation. They're all over this country. The fact that they're staying silent about what is happening in Minneapolis, not only staying silent, but trying to silence us and speaking loud.
That's right.
Core Power, your guys as teachers, your guys as people who are presenting you, the fact that is being silenced, the fact that you guys are staying silent, that is complicit. That is not okay. People are being murdered and abducted and attacked here, and it is heinous. It kills me to see people getting fucking murdered in our community. This is our community, and this is bullshit. Like, that's what it is. It's silence. It's not putting a fucking sign on the door. It's about you guys to give a fuck, and we're giving you fucking thousands and hundreds of thousands and millions of dollars, and we can take our fucking community elsewhere.
And also, I would just say, we got to be real about the fact that.
Oh, yeah.
We'll cut it off there. They later go on to say it's problematic that there's two white women at the desk of Core Power, too. They kind of hit all the bingo spots on a typical leftist grievance bingo card.
Yeah, you guys are here to do yoga.
Yeah, and you pay money for that, and then we give you the yoga class, right?
Yeah.
It's pretty simple. It's a straightforward bargain. That money doesn't entitle you to, like, demand anything. And this is, as visual of a struggle session that I've ever seen. Like, cutting her off. What? Cat got your tongue? Like, say what we want you to say, or we'll stop doing yoga here, right?
How about the one girl concedes and goes, you're right, it isn't that. It's so
that makes them go worse. When you say, oh, you're right, then they go, yeah, I am right. I should be louder and meaner, right?
Yeah. And a lot of these girls need to just feel good about themselves and feel like they're the only ones that can save the community. And saving the community in this case is to get a corporate yoga company to disavow law enforcement and encourage people to oppose law enforcement. That's what the demand is.
Yeah. And I'm going to say something brave here. The white women who can go do yoga at 11 a.m., not really a hard life. Kind of a lot of free time, easy life. And to take it out on the people who work there is so funny to me. Core Power Yoga ended up folding. They kind of said, we do not support ICE, and did it on their corporate thing after it did the appropriate PR nightmare.
Why don't you bring any migrants to yoga?
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
Pay for them.
And there's just this weird thing where all these women, obviously, and one man with a hipster doofus mustache, think that like spending what's a yoga class? $25. They spend $25, they get the yoga class, and then they're also entitled to their exact political beliefs. Like, do I go to Chipotle and then buy a burrito and then assume that comes with some sort of political representation?
Where's all the Trump stuff?
Where's all the Trump stuff? Yeah, speak up. I'm recording you, right? Like, that type of
got a
intimidation
pickup?
on either side is retarded.
What the hell's a pickup?
And I don't know. It's just such bad PR. These women want to feel like they're doing something, I guess.
Yeah.
And they have the free time during the day, but berating two, like, $20 an hour workers or something is not really the path to stop ICE.
Very true. And it reinforces the stereotype that we've been kind of talking about, how women are the one who push for like the mask compliance.
Oh, yeah.
We saw it with George Floyd. We saw it with masks and vaccines during COVID.
Yeah, that's the issue. You know, women will always choose security over liberty. Almost always will choose security over liberty. I'm going to have one of these delicious turkey joints, by the way. Thank you, Stephen. I'm going to save that really big one for later. Very good. It's kind of irritating. Okay. All right. So he wants a kitten. It's not horrible stats, but
Meow. 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 Meow.
we got Soka.
Meow. Meow.
This one's not horrible.
Meow. Meow. Meow.
Well, looks like there's two dogs loose about a couple miles away. Good.
Meow. 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 Meow.
Where's the other kitten? I mean, that one's not that great. So we'll give him that kitten, I guess. Fortunately, I gotta deal with this twink again.
Meow. Meow. Meow.
Sorry, so he wants 25 retired kittens.
Meow. Meow.
Alright, do I have enough of these suckers to... What kittens do I have? Alright, we'll go one more day.
Meow.
Oh, broken rib, great. Can we bump some uglies? Or what, man? Get out of the way, Mops. I gotta pick up the poo. Alright,
Meow. Meow.
uh-huh.
If. Meow. If.
Right, oh, is that one dead or something?
Meow. Meow. If. Meow.
Is it like dead? Like, what the hell?
Ow.
I think it's dead.
Meow. 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 Meow.
A bunch of like dysgenic cats running around. GT in here yet? I got some questions for him. I want to know why a guy with with transparency in his name is okay with this order. He knew 1000% about yesterday while asking GS questions. Yeah, he was trying to set me up. He was 100% trying to set me up to say something on the record that would have been disrespecting the court. And we all know who put him up to it. What's up, Ron? Keep fucking around, Georgia. Keep fucking around, buddy. Keep playing these all shucks. I'm just a simple country boy. All shucks. I don't know what's going on games with Ryder. And like everyone else, you'll end up fired, in jail, unemployed, in court. Only a matter of time, buddy. I'm not saying I'm taking you to court. I'm just saying he's going to get you hemmed up, bro. He's going to get you hemmed up.
Meow.
This thing don't move at all, man. Let's see. This thing can't move at all, basically. It's crazy. Right. Blue sky and sunshine here today, be 50 degrees south for afternoon. Yeah.
And then you have like the kicker of like weak men who are like, women should lead.
Yeah, they're trying to generate consensus, and then they'll steamroll anyone who's weak enough to not stand up for themselves, right?
Yeah, and we have an example of one of the people that they're defending from ICE who was arrested by ICE.
Yeah, some Laotian guy from Laos. He was convicted of homicide, stolen property, stolen vehicle, willful killing a non-family, and a weapons charge. And his gang affiliation? The Oriental Boys.
Oh, the Oriental Boys.
That's pretty on the nose.
I kind of like that.
Yeah, I'd align with the Oriental Boys, much like I'd align with the Punjabis, devils.
Yeah,
whatever they
I
are.
like Oriental Boys, but that's who these yoga
Yeah, of course
protesters
he's
are
watching.
protecting.
Yeah, and child.
Yeah,
you know?
literal.
So the women are bored and they have less to do. So I guess they're focused on ICE now.
Yeah, they're bored. They don't have a lot to do. They're doing yoga, and hey, let's save the world.
Let's save it one Laotian child sex predator at a time. Yeah. That's how we do it.
Got nothing better to do. Let's just save the whole world. All right, let's get to our migrant section. In migrants today, we're going to focus abroad. So all these clips are abroad. Our first clip is from Wales. They had a town hall type event, and this woman says that white ladies should start wearing the hijab.
And this on a Friday, I was with the Ethnic Youth Support Team in Swansea, and they were saying that they would like to have much more support going into schools and education venues in regards to trying to get communities to work together. And so in one school, they had a white girl wearing a hijab, and she walked down the street, and then she came back and she said how different she felt she'd been treated because she was just wearing one piece of headwear that was different to how she would usually dress. And I think these types of things would help children who've never been introduced to other communities or other ethnicities in their lives to try and understand how it is to live in those everyday experiences.
So Muslims and Christians battled it out. Thousands of years, tons of death.
JP says, I honestly believe he's trying to get everything thrown out of court. They're getting desperate and dangerous. This has to do with the civil stuff in Indiana. It doesn't have anything to do with Kentucky. Not that I'm aware of.
Land disputes back and forth. And now the Muslims just walk into Europe and they get benefits, they get free money, they get free food, free health care, free housing. It must almost feel like a Trojan horse trap or something. They're probably like, oh yeah, I'll take the free lunch. Oh, it's halal. Okay. Oh, here's my monthly stipend and I live in this 4-star hotel. Okay.
Yeah, they very cautiously cash the welfare check for 1,400 pounds or whatever, and they go, okay, where's the Trojan horse? Something's gonna happen to me, right? They're gonna put him in a camp or just start zapping him or something. But no, that doesn't happen.
Yeah.
We're too weak, and instead, some woman goes to some sort of council in Wales and suggests that more white girls need to try on hijabs because I guess it's on the people who are born here and live here to adapt to some new thing that their political class dumped on their head like a bioweapon. I don't know. It doesn't sound right to me.
And like that's how you get treated better.
Yeah.
Not by like
Covering up.
Yeah, covering
Slut.
up. You know, that's like literally it.
Yeah.
That's what's being encouraged. And she doesn't even realize like what she's saying. And the hijab obviously is seen as oppressive to women. We would agree with that.
Yeah.
But I was wondering if we could maybe reframe the hijab. And I have two ways of doing it.
Okay.
It could be a nice thing that the Muslims do when they encourage the hijab. It's like, hey, you know how these guys are. They're super grabby and impulsive. Just wear this, cover up, and that way you don't get a reaction out of them.
Yes.
It's almost like a nice thing.
Self-telling. They're telling on themselves almost in a way.
Yeah. And then my second reframe, you could almost see it as a compliment, where it's like,
Ron says, Mr. Mims, hey, Ron Schaefer. Ron says, GT hasn't left the basement much since Anal got put on probation. Feeding cows and the tractor kind of bumpy. Typos are to be expected. Well, drive safe. Be careful. Hope you and your mom are well. Awesome.
you're so hot.
I agree.
You're going to make these guys go crazy if they see you. So please cover up so they don't lose their mind Looney Tunes style.
They start grabbing.
They're going to go crazy when they see you because of how hot you are. So why don't you just cover up because you're so hot?
That's true.
So you could almost, like, the way she's trying to reframe it, where like a kid wore it to school and felt good. It's like there's other with ladies. You guys are all so hot.
So
you're going to
beautiful.
make these guys go crazy.
English women are the best in the world, especially Welsh women.
These guys are going to lose their mind. You have to cover up.
I see what you're up to. You're kind of like trying to rebrand horse meat dog food is okay. Like, you know?
That's what I thought was kind of funny. You know?
For sure.
But it's not a funny situation.
I know. It's not. It's very serious.
You laughed.
Abigail Spanberger, she disenfranchised everybody. We laughed then. This lady says girls need to wear a hijab. We're still laughing.
We have to be serious at some point.
We have to get serious, yeah.
All right, well, this next clip is pretty serious. A lot of migrants in Europe wait outside of bars and they wait for drunk white girls to stumble out, and then they kind of hijack them and do bad things. So you can see here, these two girls have migrants with their arms around them, you know, and they don't know these guys, but they got the arm around them. They're kind of like directing them a certain way. And then the guy comes over and confronts them.
Do you know these? Yeah. These? Yeah. You know them, yeah? Yeah. We are. No, you don't know. Yeah, you're not with these, though, are you? Yeah. You're not with these, though, are you? Sorry? No. Okay.
Literally picking
you're not
his
with them, are
nose.
you? You've been jogging bottoms. You ain't getting no coloured jogging bottoms. You were literally, I saw you pushing her. She looks scared for her life.
No, not at all, man.
Okay.
What are you talking about?
Okay.
Yes.
What are you doing out tonight? She looks scared for her life, man.
Okay, man.
I know you're just walking away.
Okay.
I thought these like your love of your life just said.
And then they run away.
What are you running for? Oi! Stop harassing girls, you weirdos!
So there you go. And keep in mind, in a lot of European countries, pepper spray is illegal. So the women are basically just being like openly sacrificed, and then the men watch.
Yeah, and a certain type of good man intervenes, and then a certain type of evil man puts shitty dubstep music on the first half of this fucking video, making it virtually impossible for us to show you exactly what's happening.
Well, hopefully Nick, the editor, pulled it off.
Fingers crossed. My favorite is the pride flag flower planters at the beginning, right where the migrants are trying to sexually assault some white women. That's good multiculturalism, guys. That's pretty much it.
That's
right?
what it looks like.
Yeah.
In action.
Exactly.
And we have a story here. This is just like a picture, but...
visual storytelling, I would say.
Visual storytelling. You guys can probably guess what's going on.
An Australian surfer lying on an empty beach in Queensland is approached by a foreigner who tried to sit next to her. She posted a video about it, but ended up deleting it because people accused her of racism.
That's another example of what we're dealing with.
And there he is.
You can't say what's going on because you're accused of racism, so then you delete it or don't mention it, and then it gets worse. And then why didn't anyone save me? Because you were scared of that initial interaction where people thought you were racist.
This goes back to the theme earlier where you said you could be called racist after you've been overthrown from power, or you could be called racist and maintain power. And you should just take the racism. Yeah, I didn't want that weird, super dark Indian guy around me when my ass was out and I'm surfing in the spot that my family's been surfing in for 100 years, right?
And he's wearing like jeans, socks, and shoes.
He's got that third world stance where like the shoulders are back and like the small gut is protruding from like a vegan diet. Probably a lot of visceral fat there, maybe. I don't really know, but he's bloated.
He doesn't look good.
And he's looking to, you know.
All right, so Rat said, "That's not my experience. Men will grab no matter what you wear." Mr. Mimsy says, "I need to speak to Coded about this mail order bride business. Quite frankly, doing my own domestic chores is getting tedious." Indeed. Ron says, "Rats, you have had such bad experiences with men. There still are respectful men out there, just saying." Mr. Mimsy, "Too bad the gender reveal will be at the wedding. Just joking, bud." Ron Schaefer, "If it means I don't have to pick up my own underpants off the floor, I can live with it." Fair enough.
And he thinks, so maybe this Australian surfer rocket influencer is interested in Pajit.
Maybe this 10 out of 10 best ass I've seen in my life. You know, that's another thing about these migrants. They really blur that line between like delusion and confidence. And it's like, do you think the hottest woman you've ever seen is about to say yes? Like, take me home. I got a van back here. You wanna get in? So they're crazy. They're delusional. The other guys who are sniping the drunk stumbling girls outside of a bar, that's more your wheelhouse. That's more like, yeah, I'd expect that out of you. Scumbag wise.
But the confidence, give me the confidence of a dead-eyed third worlder.
Yeah. Looking at an ass, staring at a white girl's ass.
You like me? You like me? Now?
Yeah, you can't even speak. You can't even communicate, but you're gonna take her home, I guess.
She's got a weird fetish for you. All right, in our next clip, there is a group of Africans that are learning how to Irish dance in a 4-star hotel ballroom.
Oh, I gotta see this.
I don't think they're getting it.
They're not. They're not. But they are spending money. They're getting money to learn this.
Yes, this is a program that is paid for by taxpayer dollars, and it's in a really nice hotel ballroom, and they're teaching these African third worlders how to Irish step dance. Meanwhile, there are 77,000 Irish children in need of medical treatment and then are on a waiting list until funds are available for them.
What can we cut? What program can we possibly cut to get these children seen? The African Irish step dancing ballroom guys? No. We need that. Society needs that.
Yeah, we need that. Just keep the kids on the wait list.
Yeah.
We'll figure it out later. They got time.
And then this is one of those things, too. We've shown a bunch of clips like where there was a woman who worked at a migrant hotel who got stabbed to death. And we actually went over the total cost of what it took for that guy, his incarceration, his trials, everything. This guy teaching the step dancing is the type of guy who like gets killed over $300 by like one of the guys in this class. You know,
that's a good point.
So it's all for nothing.
And he could be a guy too who's like doing like a expensive government contract.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'll teach it. It's you charge 3 times as much what you usually charge, but the government's doing like a no bid contract thing.
Yeah.
And you kind of rip everyone off, and you're just kind of complicit in a certain way.
All for the Africans. You overpay for the Africans not to be able to Irish step dance. Congratulations, everybody.
All right, our last clip from our migrant section. Can you read the caption?
Yeah, this girl says, "My colleague said my African food stinks. I shouldn't bring it again. Out of respect, today, I brought momone, fermented salted fish that smells strong."
So it's that same automatic defiance to anything white people say. Like we've covered this in a lot of episodes. And the food you microwaved at work is so disgusting, it's stinky and gross, and someone asked you, hey, please don't do it. And instead of listening, you did the exact opposite and made it worse. And you're the one who's trying to start a new life in our country.
Racial oppositional defiance disorder. It's a new thing. It's going to be in the textbooks probably in 2029. But, and to get to this point, one white guy in the office probably had a on-the-low conversation with 3 or 4 coworkers and said, yeah, that's really bothersome. And then, like, took a little bit of energy and effort to actually confront you or bring it up. and ask nicely, I'm assuming, and then to turn around and just bring the most disgusting third world salted fish shit you can. These people don't want to be in a society. They want to do whatever they want in our society. They don't want the trappings that come with making a neighborhood nice or making an office kitchen be inhabitable by everybody, right? They want to skip all that and do whatever makes them happiest with all the benefits of that higher society, right? Because wherever she came from, it wasn't higher than England or the U.S., right?
It's very true. Well, that is the end of our migrant section. I've been saying very true a lot today.
Yeah, and I noticed that's kind of how you move along. Like when you don't want to say anything, or you like me, I should just go very true to all your AI slop videos. When you're like on AI slop clip number 4, I should go very true.
And I'll go very true.
Yeah,
we go back and forth. Very true. How many times? All right, well, that's the end of Migrants. We're moving on to our final page of housekeeping, where I can say whatever I want. Use the opportunity to tickle the post, help us juice the algo, like, comment again. That's our app and PO Box notifications, old episodes, link to this episode in the group chat. And we have a new special announcement that'll start Friday, but we are launching merch this week. This Friday, we are launching merch. We are going to give first look and first opportunity to order for Bonus Landers. And that's going to come out tomorrow, Wednesday in Bonus Land. We are going to drop the link to the merch and give you guys a discount code for a percentage off. So if you guys have been thinking about joining Bonus Land, we have tons of content, 30-minute episode after every main episode. And now you're going to have first look at merch, which launches on Wednesday. Cool. It's exciting. We like it. We got a bunch of the samples and the designs. It's very cool stuff. All right, I want to start off the final page of housekeeping with a little bit of a movie review.
Okay.
I saw a movie over the weekend and I had a major problem with it.
Okay.
It was Where the Crawdads Sing.
And did you like it?
It takes place in marshy North Carolina in the summer.
Okay.
No bugs.
They're not constantly slapping their neck.
That's
or
what
doing
I'm
shit
saying.
Like this? Okay, so it took you out of the realism of it.
They used all their creative liberty on no bugs.
Yeah.
There was one scene where the girl sleeps outside in the swamp in July. And she doesn't get bit by bugs.
The whole follow-up scene should be like different lotions, like Benadryl, trying things.
Band-Aids.
This stuff's not working. You got anything stronger? All right, I guess.
So they could have showed her in the beginning, like maybe she's getting dressed, she puts a little like essential oils on, and you don't even cover your whole body, and it's like, all right, and that's why there's no bugs.
Yeah.
Like nothing like that. But no.
Even a title card that says, we're just ignoring the bugs for this whole movie.
No
Please bear with
bugs.
us.
The whole thing. It's like was the whole thing shot in a studio in Burbank?
Yeah.
You know?
Probably was.
It makes you wonder, and I don't know. I just got really upset when that happened. Because I'm watching and I'm like, oh, she's sleeping outside at night. This movie's about to be about malaria or something.
Yeah, it's going to get buggy.
She wakes up and she has like this fair, nice skin with no bites.
Liar.
What are you talking about? There's no bugs?
Okay. So again, I feel like we've done this before, but your movie review is you lose the bigger picture and you get hyper focused on one thing. I think this is kind of a sign of autism, but
Have you ever watched 2.5 Men? It was predictable. I watched the movie. It's predictable. Let's see. I read the book. It was predictable. What book? Let's see. Let's have a good conversation and walk away from my own life in the end. Yep. Yeah. Yep. At the end of the day, too many entanglements or too many entanglements.
Meow.
These turkey joints are dangerous. Steve.
There could be a new segment, because remember I saw Batman, the new Batman with not Patton Oswalt. What's his name? Greg Patton.
that's the guy we played football with.
What's the
Shout out to Greg Patton.
What's the guy's name?
Robert Pattinson.
Robert Pattinson.
Yeah.
Okay, Robert Pattinson, new Batman. Everyone hypes it up. I couldn't even see the movie. It was too dark.
Too dark, yeah.
It was too dark. And then Goodfellas, they break too much glass.
Yeah, that's the one. So you get hyper focused on the glass. Why aren't there any bugs here? This is too dark. Too dark, I get. That's a simple one. But yeah,
Couldn't see the movie.
I see you're getting derailed. And then what happens? Like, could you describe the general theme of the plot of, what is it, Crawdad?
I can explain to you every time she should have been swatting bugs and wasn't.
Okay. All right. I get it.
And then there's like a love story and she killed the guy.
Hey, very true.
All right, let's get to our next clip. This person is a cow whisperer. This person has a very unique talent where they're able to communicate telepathically with cows.
Fine. They're gonna be friends.
Oh my gosh.
I told you.
Oh my gosh.
Connor, touch him.
Connor, touch him. Stick your hand out. Oh.
Well, he scared me because he did.
Just kidding.
He thought he was the cow whisperer.
Just
All right.
kidding.
Okay, you
That's
got me on
good.
my toes there.
I
Yeah.
got you. You guys are going like this right now, right?
The art of warfare, the art of deceit.
Emotional roller coaster.
Thank you.
All right, this next tweet I thought was very interesting. I don't know if it's true, but it sounds interesting.
I think I get it now. Earth is the highest dimension of hell and the lowest dimension of heaven, acting as some sort of interdimensional way station where entities from all dimensions congregate to observe and manipulate humans as they either level up or down in dimensions.
That could be.
Not very biblical. Not very biblical, brother.
Maybe a little bit.
Okay. I'll let you
Does
have
that,
it.
does that ring true at all?
Not really.
Okay.
No.
So you do believe there's like invisible entities that simultaneously live on this plane with us, right? Like demons and stuff like that.
I don't know. I don't know about that.
Very true. All right, next we have a clip from
Keep it moving.
Next we have a clip from a woman who asked the age-old question we're all wondering.
I would rather expose my arse and have a shit in public than have shit inside my clothes. It might be something to do with me being a triple Virgo, also being blind.
Did you know that?
I'm with her. I would rather shit in the open than have shit in here. Like, imagine having shit in here.
It would ruin everything.
Yeah, it'd be the worst day of my life.
Very Indian.
How'd that get in here? And then it smears, and you're wiping here.
Not good.
In the shower. Disgusting. All right, good for you.
Shit in the public.
Excuse me.
Good for you.
All right, we have a little bit of a health section. We've been doing a lot of health stuff lately. I found this old RFK clip I thought was really insightful. He talks about glyphosate and when it was used on crops
I think Ron might be onto something there, Mr. Pimsey.
and the simultaneous rise in gluten allergies at the same time, I believe in 2006. It's a little bit of a long clip, but it's worth it.
2006, they discovered that Roundup was a desiccant. So that, and what that means, if you spray it on a crop, it will actually dry out the crop. And one of the big enemies of the farmer is that if there's rain around the time of harvest, their crops can get wet, and then they get moldy, and then it ruins the entire silo.
Yeah.
And so what Monsanto did is they began telling farmers, spray this on the crop, on your wheat, right before harvest, or at the time of harvest. And it was so popular that about 85% of the Roundup that has been used in history has been used since 2006.
Wow.
A large part of that is as a desiccant. And what that meant, Mark, is for the first time they're spraying it on food.
Yeah.
Right at harvest.
Yeah.
And for the first
Not
time.
early in the season when it may have a chance to wash off, but actually just before you're going to eat it.
Right. And they're spraying it for the first time on wheat because there was no such thing as Roundup Ready wheat. They started spraying it on wheat as a desiccant.
Very interesting.
Wow.
And then they spray it right before they harvest it, and then you're basically eating it, and then it fucks you up. Then we have a chart here of what glyphosate is in when it comes to bread and the pesticides. And you guys probably recognize some of these brands. Even the, what is it, Carl's Killer Bread?
Dave's Killer Bread, where he hires ex-convicts to make your fucking bread, and it's organic, and he probably swears on the marketing.
Yeah, and that has glyphosate in it.
And they're advertised as like organic and
super clean,
pesticide free, right?
So all these breads have the pesticides. The last two I don't think have them.
Yeah, this is a confusing chart to me, but I guess Sara Lee Artisanal White doesn't
And
have any.
Pepperidge
Farmhouse Hardy White, I guess.
And then we have the cereal that also has it because it's a wheat product. Cheerios, Honey Nut Cheerios, Wheaties, Trix, and what's that last one?
Some Annie's gluten-free bunny cookies, cocoa and vanilla.
So we need to
Pretty
be
high.
avoiding glyphosate at all costs. It's really bad for you. It fucks you up. And all the gluten allergies and celiac stuff we're seeing, it's been rising since 2006. So a lot of you guys can probably, if you have that, you can probably look back and go, oh yeah, in 2008, I started getting sick from this stuff. You know, it's all kind of from that 2006 start, and it's really bad for you, and it fucks you up, and it makes your gut inflamed. You get leaky gut, and when you have leaky gut, your whole body can't really function properly. Your body uses a lot of bandwidth trying to like fix the problems that leaky gut causes. So you can't like operate fully. It's hard to lose weight. Your hormones get fucked up. It's all connected. We actually have a clip from the Surgeon General in Florida talking about leaky gut and glyphosate.
Sometimes you hear things like leaky gut, and there seems to be some relationship with glyphosate exposure and leaky gut. At least as worse as the gut is the brain. So there's good evidence that glyphosate, there's something called the blood-brain barrier, which some people are probably familiar with. And it's this idea that our brain is very protected real estate in our bodies. So whereas substances can move through our bloodstream and enter our different organs straight directly out of our bloodstream, our brain's very different. So our brain really protects what's allowed to pass through the blood into the brain. And thank goodness, right? I mean, we need to protect our brain. This is our central operating system. This is, so it's essential. And glyphosate actually affects and weakens the blood-brain barrier.
Very interesting.
Yeah. And shout out to Florida. This is another one of the DeSantis things where they're testing, baby products for heavy metals. They did the glyphosate. This is all published from Healthy Florida First, which is, I think him and his wife have been grinding on this. So Make America Healthy Again movement. You got to be aware of some of these things. And these are, Dave's Killer Bread is like...
You thought you could be doing good by eating Dave's Killer Bread the whole time, and you're not.
It says it on the package. And they're on the low end.
Yeah, I agree, Rats. It seems very clear. What's up, Pyman? Let's see. Pyman said, Ron solved your problem, MC. Stiffy. Could you be available soon? Oh, goodness. That's gross. Liking your work, Ron. Ron says, we are 2/3 done calving now. The weather has been perfect, and most of the calves are born out in the field. Only had 20 or so that had to come through the barn. Nice.
End of the glyphosate, but it's like still it's getting in. And to me, this is one of those things where like right-wingers who are kind of aware of being poisoned and like, what are they putting in the goy slop or whatever, have a vested interest to like work with the left or like the hippies who also think they're poisoning us, they're doing this. And it's funny because I'm only thinking about...
Did you hear that, Rats? He called you a hippie.
This just now. And then the last time something like this happened was when, RFK said stop taking aspirin, and then they started defiantly taking aspirin just to say fuck you to RFK?
I think Tylenol, yeah.
So there's this weird... Oh, Tylenol, yeah. Excuse me. But there's this weird thing where, like, this is something we should clearly work together. I don't think anybody wants glyphosate in all of our bread and shit. And then we still can't cross the line.
You'll have the Democrats be like, I'm going to drink Roundup.
Yeah, I'm drinking like okay. And the right has our own version of that, but like this is one of those things where we should both clearly be working together, and then like you can get a bipartisan bill out. Like say we lose the midterms, right? And then Democrats have it, and like this should be something we work on then when we're split. But then I guess it's the big corporations and the consumer packaged good companies that are like, hey, let's keep them fighting. You want to take that Tylenol, right, bitch? So this should be one of those easy issues that for some reason we can't ever cross over on.
Yeah, it's interesting to see how much political ideology supersedes like common sense to the point where people don't even want like our kids to have healthy food in school or not to have chemicals in the food for everybody. They'll oppose that if it's a Republican talking point.
Yeah, or when 85% of America says, voter ID, and then Democrats go, no, we can't do that.
So true. All right, our last clip of the last story from our final page of housekeeping is about phone and...
smartphone use. 2 weeks without smartphone internet significantly improved sustained attention. The effects were similar to being a decade younger.
2 weeks no smartphone makes you a decade younger. That's interesting.
I want to save it for when I'm 50. And I'm going to go, no phone. I'm 40 again.
Go 4 weeks.
Yeah. Unfortunately, guys, there's no cell phone breaks or screen time breaks when you are an internet video podcast. So live vicariously. We'll live vicariously through you. I can't get off Twitter.
Yeah, but unfortunately, the flour that you use has been treated with desiccants. It's pretty bad, unless you get like organic. I mean, unless you're willing to pay through the ass or grind your own wheat.
Can't get off, and my attention span, it's like a closing window of light.
Why aren't there any bugs here?
Well,
I'm watching the movie and there's no bugs. I'm turning it off. I'm scrolling TikTok.
The whole movie should be what? Hold on.
Hold on.
Yeah.
One flew in my mouth.
I can give you a ride into town.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that sounds good. Yeah, we'll have Miss Daisy. She'll sew that dress for you.
I get it. I'm with you, brother.
The whole movie should have been that.
I know.
It's a swamp.
I know.
There's no bugs. They have fair skin. There's no bug bites. You don't have a whole thing of bug. Oh, it's the summer. I got bug bites. Oh, hey, how you doing? Oh, you're that new guy in town.
Maybe they had a jam boy.
I'm just scratching my.
They had a jam boy just off screen. Yeah, every scene, like instead of like looking reflectively at a lake, it's like scratching and like horribly
There's
uncomfortable.
one scene where she's waiting for the guy to come back on July 4th, and she's just waiting, looking out at the ocean. It should have been like,
yeah.
We start a fire. I'm going to sit where the smoke is, so the bugs.
Or the low hum of a bug zapper behind her, like
nothing,
constantly.
Nothing. So that pissed me off.
Okay.
I'll do more movie reviews.
Smart.
And they'll all have some stupid thing wrong with them.
That you get hyperfixated on and ruins the experience. I got it.
All right. That's the end of housekeeping. We're now moving on to Cringe of the Week. All right, Cringe of the Week. Our first story is going to be the Olympics. I've only been watching a little bit, but I found some things and I noticed some things. There's a big energy where like Americans are apologizing for being American and like for whatever ICE is doing.
Yeah, we're groveling to the world. It's fucking in Italy. And this guy, here's our first picture. Apologies to the world for our bad behavior. We will
Wow, they can suck every inch of my you-know-what.
fix ourselves. You're saying to, like, countries who are importing third world hordes of Muslims. Like, we're explaining ourselves to who?
So true. And, like, we're getting rid of all these street shitters out of our country. Like, we're the most powerful country on earth, and we're not allowed to have standards.
You exist here because of me. That's like us to Europe, right? To NATO. And we're apologizing. It's just such pussy energy, and I can't stand it. And this guy doesn't speak for anyone. This guy probably gets steamrolled in arguments against his wife or something.
Yeah, it's so true.
And he's going to be, oh, it's me. I'm speaking for America now.
We're going to fix ourselves.
Yeah.
We're going to get worse. They're all going back.
Yeah.
I'd have my own
I want to
sign.
get worse. Yeah.
And
We're only just begun.
And then our next tweet I thought was pretty funny, but kind of fucked up. It says, you know, it's fucked up when they have a drone chasing a Ukrainian at the Olympics. That's true.
Down the bobsled, or what is this, slalom or something?
Yeah. And
I don't understand all these luge sports.
How do you even get into it?
You're usually
Kind of looks like the game's like lagging or something. Is it pretty bad, guys?
you're good at something else, and then they go, hey, you could probably push this luge thing, and then you go, yeah.
Yeah. European flour is a lot different. Bread in Europe is way different than bread in America.
Who else is doing it? They go, that's the secret. Nobody. And so it's easy to
As
dominate.
long as you're willing to risk it down this tube of ice,
exactly,
you can be a star.
I think we had some kids on our football team in college who switched over to this. You remember that?
I don't remember that.
Okay, we'll talk later. We've already named a couple people who probably didn't want to be named.
It was an accident.
Yeah.
I was using my Rolodex in my brain.
Okay.
Next, there's a trans person who's kind of doing the Olympics.
Yeah, Winter Olympics makes history with the first openly transgender skier competing in the women's division. Ellis Lundholm is a biological female skier who identifies as male, but is competing in the women's division.
Now, I was going to make a joke like, oh, she's legally juicing, but because it's LGBT, it's okay.
Yeah.
She's not taking testosterone, but she does identify as a man. And then she's requiring everyone to pretend she's a man, so maybe she'll win the thing, and they'll go, oh, Mike won.
Yeah, they have to say the male name or something. So it's really all good. It's all above board. But at the end, the announcer has to validate them. Yeah. I think that's it.
I think that's it, too. And then I saw this meme I thought was pretty funny.
I feel like this event
Mhm.
was born
I
out of
agree,
a
Reds.
lie that got out of hand. The two people on top of each other. Is this even real?
No, that's what they do. That's
They
one of
do
the
that?
sports.
Yeah.
It's like, oh yeah, we're just stacked up. That's another version of this.
Double slalom, two of them stacked up. All right, whatever.
And then we have a clip of Israel coming out to the opening ceremony, and everyone boos them.
Oh, epic.
Kind of feel bad for them.
Yeah, they didn't do anything.
These are nice young people who just want to kind of do some winter sports, and the world, Italy, took it out on them.
And they did Israel did a genocide. And no one's saying, hey, we're
so
sorry.
I'm
We're going to
begging
fix this. We're sorry for what we did. They don't do it. They just go, yeah, we're here.
Hey, I'm not a hater in terms of a country circling the wagons and protecting themselves, you know? Good for them. I wish we were like that.
Me too. All right, our next story, we're out of our Olympic section, and we're into like a little bit of a drag queen trans section. And viewer discretion is advised on this one.
Children under 12, 13, please leave the room. I would call this, we have been vindicated as a show.
Yeah.
And
one of the things we're vindicated for originally was said as a joke, and I didn't even think it was true, but it ends up being true.
Okay, so this is a little older. This is from 2023, but some of the details are just being released. This article is from a few days ago. Drag queen died after encounter with stranger and dog as CCTV shows final moments. So Darren Mia Moore, 39, a drag queen who had featured on RuPaul's Drag Race and a registered sex offender, was found dead in a lane in the center of Cardiff. Mia Moore, who performed under the names Crystal Couture and CC Quinn, had last been seen decked out in full drag with a full face of makeup and a blonde wig, leaving the Pulse nightclub in the heart of the Welsh city. An inquest has heard the married drag queen had sexual encounters with other men that night before meeting a man with a dog in the early hours of the morning in the street and proceeded to have sex with both. And that...
I mean, the freeze frame look on their face kind of says it all, doesn't it? Well, that's interesting. Well, isn't that special? Oh, but you know who's like fully on board with all this? Israel. They love it. They love that we want to that we want to support the Rainbow Coalition. There's something mentally wrong with these people. How can you deny that?
Both is the dog walker and the dog. Tests have since been carried out to see if Mia Moore was allergic to dogs, with coroner David Regan saying a pathologist had theorized the drag queen's sudden death may have arisen from the dog semen. So, the dog semen. A tribute from Darren's family said Darren Moore was a loving husband, son, brother, uncle, and friend. He was always the life and soul wherever he went. He was our social butterfly. He made sure he had a lot of time for people and never judged others. He was a real social butterfly with a dog walker who got into some weird shit. So this drag queen man in women makeup had sex with 2 men the night, and then was leaving the club, and at 4:30 or 5 in the morning ran into a dog walker and his dog and just goes like this. You want to do it? And he did it. And the dog had sex with this guy. The dog was into him.
This is what they do.
So, and then it's like this crazy thing where eventually the guy's body was found with a bunch of cardboard over it. So the dog walker, I guess, was just like, oh God, what happened? And then kind of like didn't call for help and just covered his body with cardboard. Insane story. And like, we're always saying like, with gay guys, the governor's off. They just go. They're on Grindr. They're like, are you 20 feet away? Yeah, let's.
Yeah, this is like Coded, Chris Ryder, Stone Vagine. Yeah, all those gay guys, you know, G2. They're just ready to fucking suck at any... Allegedly in Minecraft. They're just ready to fucking suck at any At any moment.
Go in the bathroom. This is like as bad as it gets. He bumped into someone at 4:30 in the morning and said, "Come on,"
and everyone was down. This is why you don't let gay guys dog sit for you. We've said that as a joke.
Yeah, it's a rule now. That's actually a rule. Worst part about this, maybe not the worst part. I guess the act is the worst part. But South Wales police testified that the body was discovered covered in cardboard with blood at the scene. Weeks earlier, streets had closed for a horse-drawn procession carrying Mia Moore's casket through the city.
They had a parade for him.
So there was like some sort of drag parade thing, and this guy was like having sex with a dog that he just met. It's not like a lifelong dog friend. So, I don't know. Oh, and we never even really went into the past. This guy like had sex with a 16-year-old and was like a registered sex offender, had done jail time. So like, I don't know, man. It's almost like too on the nose. We have to cover it because we're vindicated as a show for how impulsive and degenerate some of these people are. Like, remember when they wouldn't cancel, they said put Band-Aids over your monkeypox to come to the San Francisco Gay Sex Festival? You guys remember that? So we're creating a dossier of the most depraved moments here, and it doesn't look good for a certain community.
And I was telling you guys about what they do at the dog park that I go to.
Yeah.
There's a whole operation for cruising and hooking up at the dog park that obviously I don't take part in.
Yeah.
But it's dark shit.
Yeah, you guessed that one right.
Yeah.
You guessed correctly.
And it's all about which side of the car you sit on, and then someone comes and sits in your car, then you gotta
That's who's
suck
sucking
'em,
who.
You gotta suck them.
Yeah. So,
it's bad. And it's viewer discretion.
Yeah.
Bring the kids back in.
Kids can come back in now, but it's just depraved, and it's like, oh, like this is who people want to normalize. This is who, like, this guy was married. Him and his buddy could have adopted a kid, right?
And the state acknowledged this marriage.
Yeah.
Bad.
Very disgusting.
All right, let's get out of the trans stuff.
Please.
We have some
And like drains.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, we have to report on it to tell you guys this stuff.
Hate to do it.
But it drains.
It's the worst possible thing you could do.
But we're right, you know?
Sick
We're correct.
shit.
Yeah.
All right, next we have some kids doing antisocial stuff for content.
They're doing bottle flips in a grocery store, but the bottles are all glass and they immediately break.
That's content.
That's it. Yeah, so what do you have to say? I think one of them's wearing some Meta filming glasses, it looks like on the right.
I think that's maybe the takeaway. If you see kids wearing the Meta filming glasses, I don't know, citizens arrest them.
Yeah, some sort of Minority Report, like you know they're about to be a menace, so you go, I'm arresting you for a future crime. And also, white kids wearing Meta glasses are downgraded to black. They get treated as black.
Social media and kids with Meta glasses, social media makes nice white kids behave brown.
Okay. You said it, not me.
Yep, you said it first.
Uh-huh.
All right, let's get to some football stuff. First, obviously the big game, the Super Bowl, was a couple days ago over the weekend, and the Washington Post still found a way to make it about Colin Kaepernick.
Yeah, they posted this. The Super Bowl is being played in Colin Kaepernick's former home stadium at a societal moment that echoes the issues he forced football fans to confront nearly 10 years ago after he kneeled during the national anthem before a 49ers game.
So how do we make the Super Bowl about racism and Colin Kaepernick taking a knee 10 years ago?
Yeah.
I think you can do it.
Yeah. I need 500 words on Kaepernick on my desk by Friday, right? And to me, this is so weird because it's more, you can do it when Colin Kaepernick just did this 2 weeks ago, right? But when you're circling back to like shoehorn an issue from 10 years ago into the modern day, it just kind of like reveals what they're up to at the Washington Post. It kind of shows their hand more than they'd like, right? And I would almost compare this to like a guy at a dinner table, right? With like 20 people are all around this long table, and they're gonna have, and there's little pockets of conversation. These two guys are talking to someone, these two guys are talking over here, and then he's just sitting there like mad, plotting, like, how do I make this about Colin Kaepernick? You know, like, how do I make this about electric guitars or something? You're just, you're sitting there plotting, trying to shoehorn your thing into everybody else's. And it's a terrible, weird energy, right?
Yeah, that's a good point.
be like, oh, I got a new Tesla. I have to charge it every night. Oh, charging it, electric guitars. Yeah, I have an electric guitar store.
I just bought one. Yeah, it's like you're looking for anything to get it funneled into your frame of thinking and your like political objective, right?
And that's what the Washington Post is doing, and their frame of thinking is like racism,
yes,
and oppression, and white people are doing bad stuff.
Okay, white quarterback, white coach. Okay. Didn't Kaepernick used to play there? Yeah, bingo.
Run with that.
Run it. And so it's just like this weird shoehorning your own thing into whatever topic you can, like almost unashamed.
Yeah.
Like you'll do it, and it's any means necessary. Get my wedge issue in between people. So I just thought this was like kind of a mask off moment because it brings us to 10 years ago. No, it doesn't.
What are you talking about?
It's like, imagine, any city that you could have it at. Like, oh, the Super Bowl's in Tampa this year. And then reflecting on the Great Indian Massacre of 1772 in Tampa. It's insane to me. So
and they make it so you can't enjoy stuff. I was waiting for Colin Kaepernick to come out and say, well, if either team needs me tonight, I'm ready.
Yeah. I've been training. I've been staying ready.
All right, next, we're going to go fast through this because this is old at this point. But a guy who lost his fantasy football last year had to go watch the Super Bowl in India.
Yeah, has anyone else ever flown to Mumbai, India to watch the Super Bowl in a hotel lobby at 5:30 in the morning as a fantasy league punishment? Ask me anything. And it says, I suck at fantasy football, and he's watching it on his laptop. Couldn't even find a TV playing it.
Pathetic. There's 50 million illegals here, brother.
Yeah, but hey, I guess I'll do it. I guess I'll fly to Mumbai.
Because I lost the fantasy football.
Stupid shit.
Really stupid shit. And then this was actually from last week's game, but a guy broke into someone's suite, and look how they treat him.
Oh. Black guy with meta glasses.
This is pork. Turkey.
Would you like one?
I would like 4.
4? It's aggressive?
Not.
You get 4.
I don't even.
It's aggressive, but you can have 4 anyways.
My apologies.
It's
because we don't. In my suite, we don't have food. You know what I mean? Here, I grab a napkin. Oh. That's what I'm trying to say. So I'm over there, and I'm getting angry. So I'm taking my frustrations out on the game. That's why.
Anyways, you want some burgers also?
Yeah, it's like yeah, like nobody. Okay, I'm.
So they give their food away to someone who's basically trespassing.
Someone walks towards the food and go, "Is this pork?" Like trying to not get noticed, and it's like. You visibly just came into this box looking to eat our food.
Yeah, get the fuck out. Who do you know here? Oh, nobody? Yeah, get out. We'll call security. Get the fuck out of here. But they like suck up to him, even though what he's doing is antisocial behavior, but they suck up to him because he's black.
Yeah, so that's some sort of privilege.
Yeah, I don't really get it, man. I don't get it.
Or something.
Yeah, we hear about white privilege.
You can.
Yeah, I think he has some kind of Meta or Google goggles or whatever they're called, but it's kind of funny. Kind of funny how they're kind of shitting on the Meta glasses now, and I'm like, that would be a very handy way of recording things.
Walk into someone else's box and they'll set you up with a 4-plate to go, so you can go eat it with your other friends who didn't pay for the catering.
Yeah, what privilege is that?
So
that's the real question. All right, we'll get to some of the halftime stuff. Nothing crazy. Similar to my movie review.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't understand the halftime show because it was all in Spanish.
Yeah.
So it was all Spanish. I don't speak Spanish. I took French, and I didn't understand any of it.
Yeah, a lot of people are like trying to give a fresh take on the Super Bowl halftime show, and a lot of moderates and leftists are trying to say how good the energy was, and like they've already picked the side. It was dead on arrival when they announced it 6 months ago. Oh, it's going to be in Spanish. I don't speak Spanish. I don't listen to any of those Spanish songs. So the Super Bowl halftime show wasn't for me. It wasn't for you.
Wasn't for me.
And like that's both a thing. Like it's not for me as a taste and as a deliberate choice. It's not for me. It's for third world people who are in Mexico and brown countries elsewhere who do listen to that shit and who might not always watch football.
But that's what football is now.
So, well,
this whole country's brown and third world.
Well, the NFL, in a way, that's like, you know, the phrase, sometimes you got to dance with the one that brung you. You know that phrase? Mm-hmm. They didn't dance with the one who brung you. White Americans made the NFL popular and seriously popular. And then they're like, okay, we're going to step on your backs and try to pander
He's
to
a sneaky
the
wee
Browns
devil.
of the world, right?
And then we had a good breakdown of the whole thing from Leonardo Joni. She had a smart write-up. Can you read that, please?
Sure. She said, this is the third world, a race of mystery meat, monkeys grinding and gyrating on each other indiscriminately. Male, female, trans means nothing. All that matters is, can I fuck it? People say they're animals, but animals are at least ruled by instinct and therefore follow God's order. These people are something worse. They're something between animal kingdom and human, but somehow worse than either. They've overthrown instinct, but they haven't replaced it with consciousness. This is why the third world never builds anything of value. Their whole existence centers around, who can I fuck? They never have a thought that isn't about fulfilling a base pleasure. This is why sexual immorality always leads to the collapse of civilization. This is who they want to import en masse. It is easy for people who are already slaves.
Very interesting.
Yeah, pretty aggressive.
Surprised you said that thing.
Yeah, hey, that's someone else's stuff. But yeah, that was it. It's all gyrating and twerking and brown people. And I can't relate. There's no place for me in this. I can't relate to any of this. And again, that was settled 6 months before the Super Bowl already. And then if you look up any of this guy's lyrics, it's all about twerking, clubbing, fucking, buzzing.
Yeah.
It's all very simple to like the reggaeton beat.
Low IQ Spanish twerk music.
Exactly. So I don't know. And then another thing I realized is like they had the EBT sign. We accept EBT. That's a big part of the culture.
That was in English.
That's in English, guys. Remember? But the Latino stuff, like they try to make a big deal out of like simple things, like playing dominoes outside on white plastic chairs or something. Like that's our culture. It's like, okay, I don't know. I guess have fun. But like I'm not one of those guys who's gonna be too like pissed. Like what the hell? What happened here? Like they decided to do it in Spanish. It was gonna be not for me the whole time.
But even the turning point happened.
Yeah, I agree, Rats. That's always been the point. Get rid of the whiteys. Whiteys are bad, okay?
Halftime show, was that for you?
No, to be honest. Hey, have fun. If you liked it, have fun. I was never going to turn into some third-party halftime show antagonizing Bad Bunny. I was going to see what 80 million people saw, you know? But also, there's this little thing like, the old boomers, they're going to go, fucking in Spanish, what the hell? I'm voting Republican again for the 10th time. And that's fine. But I think maybe if some of the Barstool Sports beer drinker betting guys may have been like, what the fuck? Like, this may have accidentally backfired. Hey, bro, I didn't know the whole thing was going to be in Spanish. How many migrants do you think are here? You know, like of some normies kind of having like a little awakening?
Well, they got to relate to the demographics of America. It's all Spanish now?
What do you mean? They didn't even try?
Let me look into that.
Yeah, huh? So how many of them are here, do you think? And, you know, this guy's Puerto Rican, whatever. Another interesting thing, he didn't even tour in the United States. He took the Super Bowl show, but didn't tour in the U.S. He's supposed to be this international superstar. So, you know, we're going to save our boomer takes, but it wasn't for us. It wasn't for you. It was for this unknown third group of people who might spend money on the NFL down the line or something. Or Cowboys fans.
Interesting.
Yeah.
All right, our last clip of cringe is, unfortunately, Ryan Gosling trying to throw a football.
Ready?
It's obviously AI and fake, but the throwing motion was not AI and fake.
Yeah.
That was pretty embarrassing. It's not good. You got to know your limits.
Yeah. What's the phrase? Know thyself. You have to know thyself. And if you're Ryan Gosling and you've spent the last probably 2 decades developing a certain aura and a certain type of reputation online, you can't throw a football if you know you can't throw a football.
It ruins everything. You can't throw a football. You can't dance with the man.
Yeah. I wouldn't do a cartwheel. I wouldn't do a flip on the trampoline.
Hey, Fleckus, we need you for a Skims ad. Not for me, guys.
I'll pass. Thanks, Kim. I'll pass.
I know it's probably a lot of money, but that doesn't really fit who I am. It would ruin my life.
So I like Gosling. Sad to see him throw a football like that.
Me too. All right, well, that's the end of cringe. We're now moving on to Urban Decay. All right, our first story from Urban Decay is about a man who was shot execution style over a Facebook post.
He just stuck the gun straight to the back of my head and pulled the trigger. I couldn't believe it. Over a fake post.
An Indianapolis man recovering after being wounded during a home invasion on the city's west side.
CBS 4's Jesse Wells spoke to that victim, as you saw, who explains firsthand what led to that violence.
The victim spent the last few days in the hospital after being shot in the back of the neck inside his own home here behind me. Luckily, that victim survived his injuries and lived to tell the tale. He says the violence all started with a post on social media. Early Monday morning, 2 armed thieves stormed into a West Side home intent on robbing a 64-year-old man as he slept.
He said, "Where the money at? Where the money at? I've seen what you posted on Facebook. Where the money at?"
Anthony says 2 days before the attempted robbery, someone called him broke on social media, so he posted this picture of a stack of cash from an old Facebook memory, only to find himself explaining to his attacker that it wasn't his money.
I kept trying to beat in his head that it was fake. I said, "Man, it was a prank. It was fake."
Anthony says when the intruders realized there wasn't a pile of cash hidden inside the...
I gotta say, this is we know a certain street rat that is really motivated to strong arm rob people. He's been a pretty severe detractor of mine. It can be kind of rough sometimes, when you're dealing with certain kinds of people. Yeah, you got to be careful, I guess, what you post on. That's why you stay strapped, folks. Always know where your gat is.
Home here on Patricia Street. They didn't just leave. Instead, after repeatedly pistol whipping and choking him, one of the suspects shot him execution style in the back of the neck.
There you go. At the end, when you find out there is no money, and there's no reason to be here, and you kind of committed a crime but could maybe just run away, then you shoot him execution style, pretty much leaving him for dead.
Yeah, socioeconomic execution style shooting. After the fake Facebook post. And this is really a crazy story because it has so many components. Someone called you broke, you got emotional, you started flexing stuff that you didn't even have. Then on your Facebook, there's YNs who are ready to come in and pistol whip you and rob you at a moment's notice if even a slight stack of cash is mentioned. And it's just kind of a sad story. This guy brought it on himself. It has everything like ego, where he couldn't be called broke, gluttony from the robbers who saw it, or envy. It's like a 7 deadly sins type story, and the only result is 2 people committed a very serious felony and attempted murder. This guy got shot in the back of the neck and beaten, and then the person who called him broke on Facebook's probably sitting back going, I set this motherfucker up. And then I don't keep a personal Facebook. But my friends on Facebook, my worst case scenario is a stay-at-home mom trying to sell me essential oils, trying to get a multi-level marketing thing going, or a college buddy who starts working at Northwestern Mutual and he's trying to sell me life insurance.
Hey, man,
right?
just wanted to reach out, see how you've been. I got some opportunities if you're looking for...
I can protect you and your family down the line pretty well. Just email me at Northwestern Mutual. And yet this guy has the worst of the worst people lying in wait. They're trawling Facebook for opportunities.
Yeah, they saw an opportunity present itself.
And it wasn't even on Facebook Marketplace. It wasn't even a deal. It was a lick.
It was this guy might have money.
So crazy story. Clean up your Facebook friends list if you have one and get all the felons out. Or, just don't. None of you guys are posting money spreads, are you?
I think we're good.
All right.
All right, our next clip is about a woman who had her purse stolen out of her car in Koreatown. So this is via Tesla cam.
Car pulls up. YN goes low.
Yeah, that is true. It's when they decided they weren't going to charge Hillary for the emails that I would have been buried under the church.
And he gets the purse and runs off. He really checks all the boxes. He has the shiesty.
He's black.
He's black. And he's got his pants down.
Yeah.
So that's all three.
Yeah, and so
Yeah, right.
this, just put it into your mental bank. And if you see a guy who looks like this with his pants down, shiesty about to be pulled up, you can just assume he's a criminal. No, not that. But I'm saying, like, avoid, cross the street. There's no, like, if you see a guy in this exact outfit, and then you go, holy shit, I saw this exact outfit on a Tesla cam robbing an elderly Asian woman. And then the guy wearing this exact same outfit gets sad because you crossed the street. You don't owe anything to him. You don't owe anything to, like, society. Man, I'm wearing this outfit to go to the library. Bet you feel stupid now. There's nothing like that. Just, like, make moves based on what you've seen, right? And how many times have you seen a guy in a tucked-in Oxford collar button-down really commit a crime?
That's very true.
You know?
And that thing you said about, like, cross the street and they might feel sad, but oh well. They won't even feel sad.
That's
your
true.
girlfriend might get sad.
That's a big part of the psyop, though. It's like you're going to make this kid feel like he's a fuck-up just for wearing an outfit.
Then don't dress like a criminal.
Yeah, don't wear the hoodie with the fully pulled-up thing and the ski mask. They really want to, like, be able to wear the ski mask normally. And I refuse to participate in not avoiding them.
I don't think those types get offended. I think a white liberal woman from Minneapolis will get offended and go, hey, well, you should cross on this side.
Totally.
Next to this guy who was about to rob you.
I saw you cross the street back there. That's not okay.
That's the only people getting pissed off.
And we need your yoga studio to say that.
Yeah.
You know, we need them to say that.
All right, our last clip from Urban Decay.
Before we move on, Tesla cam.
Tesla cam's racist.
Love a Tesla cam. It's just the same as a body cam, cop body cam. It shows you a certain type of behavior, and it's not the Oxford collar button-down gang raiding Granny's purse again.
And it could be a thing soon where it's like, we got to get rid of all Tesla cams because they just get videos of black people doing crimes.
Yeah. Yeah, that'll be...
Like, well, what's the real problem?
That'll be in the next leftist manifesto.
All right, our last clip from Urban Decay is the girl who said the N-word on the subway, and she's going viral.
Bro, next time somebody hit your nigga, you're supposed to beat their ass. Bye, bitch! Bye, bitch!
Oh, they cocked. On to the next call.
She hit him with a tactical nuke.
Tactical
As the
N-word.
doors were closing, dropped a hard R. Didn't even have to be loud.
Send this woman $500,000 now.
I know. We need a, give, send, go or whatever?
Yeah. And you see how the word made everyone just lose their shit and go crazy, no composure, easily rattled? It's like art.
Yeah, they wanted to beat her ass. And that word gave them all the pretext to storm the door. I've seen scenes like this in Lord of the Rings where they're like trying to batter down the gate and they need the ogre to come in and do it. This is a Renaissance painting of them reaching for the window.
They're like trying, as if it's like trying to break out of segregation into the other train car or something. And there was a funny thing in the background. It said, and on the subway, in one of the panels, it said, "Don't be someone's subway story." Not this time.
Yeah, she grabbed Destiny by the horns.
Yeah.
And took it. Good for her, man. I love that. And that's what the word's for. That's what the word is. You're getting berated by a group of people. You're clearly outnumbered. What do? You bite the pin and you throw out the N-word. It rolls slowly into the train.
And the doors close and boom. All right, well, don't get too down or too depressed. We have some uplifting stuff today and uplifting gold. All right, first, I think I found a device that will save Tennessee's economy.
I don't get it.
You don't get it?
Nope. What's going on here?
It's like a Rube Goldberg machine. What's his name?
Yeah.
Rube Goldberg?
Rube Goldberg, yeah, but what is it? It's just something.
It's like an energy thing. I wouldn't expect you to understand it. You're not really a science guy.
All right, next. Very true.
Next, there was a snake prank that went wrong.
Harmless
Yeah,
snake.
you ran the dick.
Oh, hell no.
And then he got stuck in the car.
And it's going to be in his engine bay or whatever, in his wiring, chewing it up forever. So that's
Not
what you
good.
get.
That's what you get for pranking. All right, next, this person shows how easy it is to ride a horse downhill. Isn't that crazy?
That is crazy. That looks like Yellowstone to me. You can just go right down on
They
the
go
horse.
straight down, so never feel like you're stuck with trails with horses. They can go off of anything.
Okay.
All right, next, this person does a triple flip. I've never seen this landed before.
1, 2, 3.
Ooh.
Oh, they're dead, actually. It's still not landed.
Okay, good to know.
But what you thought you were going to land it and then go, yeah!
That is, there really is no, like, the extreme motorsport stuff and the big flips. And, I mean, you're going to see some of that at the Winter Olympics, right? There's such a huge divide between success and failure. The
And the
failure is like,
tech
both
forward,
my
yeah.
legs are broken. I need to relearn how to walk. And then success is just, yeah.
Yeah,
Let's go
success
like
is
that.
you go viral and it's cool and you probably never try it again.
Yeah, or you win a gold medal or something, right?
Maybe you sell the video to Red Bull
Yeah.
for like $4,500.
Yeah, they lowball you.
Yeah. And they go, we have other cool stuff we're working on. Take it or leave it.
All right.
All right, our next clip is a really funny prank.
What are you doing?
Don't worry about it. I'm not looking for any vulnerabilities in your security system.
What was that?
I said I'm not casing your business or tracking your staff.
What are you doing?
Let me ask you something. Do the wires from that pole over there run directly into your building?
What?
Nah, nothing. Forget about it.
What are you doing?
I'm not testing a jamming device or anything like that.
What are you doing?
I'll tell you what I'm not doing. I'm not running some sophisticated burglary operation.
Okay.
Or a blackmail operation.
All right.
Hey, wait a minute. Where you going?
I'm gonna go call the cops.
I thought that was really good.
Yeah, that is funny.
Isn't that good?
Yeah, you can't hate all Meta Ray-Ban content.
That was like really, really funny.
Okay.
All right, next we got Fishback talking about the food problem. I thought this was uplifting.
My view is our high school cafeterias should be run by great local businesses, small business restaurants that have local labor, that use Florida cattle, Florida produce, Florida fruit, and yes, Florida orange juice. They should take over our cafeterias. What's with the Pop-Tarts in the Broward County Public Schools in the cafeterias? I'm not saying that the test scores are a result of the Pop-Tarts, but if you wanted kids to fail, if you wanted to set up our kids for failure, you would feed them the absolute goy slop in our cafeteria.
Goy slop, baby. There it is.
I like hearing goy slop from a governor candidate.
Yeah, he likes it. Overton window or something. I don't know.
It's important. And we like Fishback.
Yeah, kind of. I don't know if he's serious.
I'm telling you guys that they dug too deep, they dug too long, they woke up the fucking Balrog. I keep trying to explain that. They don't fucking understand it. They pushed too hard. They did the little cabal control, world domination shit. It's gonna backfire.
Or not still. But I was watching a video or like some sort of documentary about a school district that did that, went to their local farmers, and the food got so much better.
Mm-hmm.
So like that's a reasonable policy plan too for state level government.
I would love that. All right, our last.
I love that when I go to all the high schools and eat lunch there.
Well, I would love it for the high schools.
For sure.
All right, our last clip of the show, our Pure Americana clip of the week, took place here in St. Pete. It was Zoo Sports Bar in St. Pete. They played the Turning Point halftime show and stood strong when people complained.
I came here for the halftime show. The whole experience. Why aren't you playing Bad Bunny at the halftime show?
Because I put this halftime show on. Because this is what the majority. If you filming me, get out of my
I'm
face.
filming you. Why are you doing that?
You can
Why
get out
didn't you
now.
play
Get
Bad
out,
Bunny?
because the
I'm
majority
gonna
of my
pay.
Get out.
I'm gonna
Luke,
pay first.
Luke, this is why.
I gotta pay
This is
first.
why I said no.
I gotta pay first. But I'm asking a
Good,
question.
go pay.
I'm not being
You want me
violent.
to cash you out? I'll cash you
Yeah,
out.
I gotta
I
pay
got you.
first.
Yeah,
I
what-
shouldn't pay
what's your
because I
tab
came here
under?
for the full experience.
What's your
I
tab
gotta
under?
say, the fullest Super Bowl experience.
Okay, what's your tab under?
So that was good. He stood strong. They played the Turning Point halftime show instead of the Bad Bunny one. That's what a majority of his customers wanted. and that was Zeus Sports Bar in downtown St. Pete. So make sure you guys support them.
Oh, they'll try to cancel them. They'll try to cancel this chick. People are getting sick of your woke bullshit, guys. They're getting sick of it.
It's not downtown, but it is in St. Pete. I've never been there.
Neither have I.
But yeah, maybe we go.
Yeah.
Maybe we go.
Maybe you guys go support them online somehow, or
Yeah.
go if you're in the area. All right, we have some shout outs. Are you ready?
Yes.
We have a happy birthday to Matt, him and Craig with a K.
Yeah, they played around. They pushed too long. They pushed too hard, guys. That's why you got to explain it to them. You got to knock off the nonsense. All right, guys, that's about it. I will catch you guys tonight at 7:30 tonight, I believe, is the show. Should be interesting. I may or may not go live again later. I haven't decided yet. So we'll see. But I'm going to have fun. I got things I need to do. Sorry you guys are going to have to entertain yourselves for a little while. And talk to you later.